anxiety jitters as we watched him go towards Pop Dog. The last time around, he made less mistakes, but, still made a few. So I definitely feel like at this point, this veto is definitely favoring Checkmate. I think after gaming have set them up perfectly.
The fact that Checkmate didn't pick Nuke kind of surprised you a bit, Tom. I mean, they were fantastic on it against Vici of all teams.
Yeah, but I think that was just down to their individuals having an incredible game. Like, I think they had some okay setups, and it looks like they were ready for the map. But at the same time, I think that it was just a day where the stars aligned. Like, they won the first one, they go through, they managed to just keep the momentum rolling. They got a lot of very good entry kills. They had a lot of clutch moments that probably never should have happened. So I don't think that they're going to feel comfortable on that. The one thing that's interesting is we're obviously going to look at that first map and say, oh, you know what, like, the Checkmate have been great. We've sort of talked about them being one of the best teams in this tournament. After are actually up there as well. Like, you look at their Inferno statistics, they've beaten Beyond, they've beaten Bren, they've beaten Invictus, and they've beaten Huatsai. Obviously, the Invictus one was very close, but Invictus picked this every single time and have proven themselves even versus the likes of Tyloo. So it's gonna. I think this first map is gonna be really, really close. The only problem is we've only got one map on record for Dust 2 from After, which they did win versus AZ, who I'll be honest, I have no idea who that is.
They're not good.
Yeah, exactly. And then, well, Train is one that, as said, we all pretty much have some sort of PTSD at this point from watching them play that map. So I would still favor this in favor of Checkmate, but whether it's going to be a 2-0 or 2-1 is really up in the air.
Well, it could be up in the air, but I'm going to have to ask you for some predictions, Tom. And since you did say it's up in the air, it could be 2-0, 2-1. Which way are you swinging here? Are you going the way to Mongolians? They look like the better team. Or are you going to go with your favorite team and favorite player, Sakai and After Gaming?
I will never favor After. That's been my rule throughout this entire tournament. I think the first map's going to be really close, but I'm going to edge it to Checkmate and give them the 2-0.
Okay, Hawker.
I feel like I'm basically just copying Tom again, but yeah, I'm right there with him. I think that first map should be a really close one. Yeah, it's the safest pick. I know that Tom's got that big brain over there. I know that he knows what he's talking about. So yeah,
Checkmate 2-0. All of my hair off my head.
Exactly.
That's how big it is.
Just push out all the roots.
It's like Play-Doh when you used to shove the head thing through the hole.
Okay, so 2-0 from the logical people. Dinko, you're not that logical. You're a little bit of a lunatic.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0, Checkmate. I'm not going to say After going to win this. No. You just got to expect Checkmate to take this. I think 2-0. I agree with Tom. First map's probably going to be a close one just because After can actually play this map. And that's a rare occasion. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a close 2-0, but it's going to be Checkmate taking it.
Considering every time we all seem to agree on a prediction, it always goes wrong, like the Vici game, I'm going to throw in a curveball. I think After's going to take it 2-1. There you go. Well, Tom, Hawker, thank you for joining us. We'll catch you guys off of the map. I do believe we have all the players in the server now, so we're going to be jumping on in. All right, I seem to have pulled off a mitch here, Dinko.
You have.
Going to predict After Gaming. I just believe in the Chinese boys. I feel like when it comes down to crunch moments, I feel like Checkmate, considering how new they are, they might struggle, maybe choke a bit there.
I mean, they have shown in the past that they can lose to some of the weaker teams, right, in this tournament. They play really well against the bigger teams, but these are matches that you kind of expect Checkmate to win, but every team has their hiccups. Even Tyloo have lost a series in the group stages now. So I'm just going to go based on what I expect from Checkmate and what we know they're capable of. So far, they've lost to Invictus, they've lost to Bren, they've lost to Sigma and Tyloo. Now, these are not the teams we'd really... a few of those teams you would not really want them to be losing to if you can have full confidence in them, right? Sigma in particular there, I think, stands out to me. So the fact that they've lost 2-0 to Sigma, that does put a couple of question marks in my head, but I feel like Checkmate are probably going to be riding a high after just beating Vici 2-0 in a series, and also being taking a map of Tyloo in their group stages as well. So I feel like they're going to be confident coming into this one. We just have to hope that every single player shows up today, because that's something that we definitely notice Checkmate rely upon. Yes, they play good Counter-Strike. Yes, they approach it with a sane mind, but the firepower on this team, they have the individuals, but it feels like they haven't got that huge high skill ceiling, right? They've got good, solid players, but they're not exactly going to be rivaling the best individuals in the tournament.
I'm actually going to...
But it's a collective group of them.
Yeah, I'm actually going to throw in a curveball there and say that Blitz was very quiet in that series against Vici. which they won convincingly at the end of the day, which I feel is very impressive. Kaz,
That's
he's
because
been
everybody else
fantastic.
stood up, right?
Yeah, that's true. But there's no, like you said, there's no star player, so to speak, with his team. Kaz, they're consistent. Kaz is great. Technofolk, you can always rely on him. You have all these players in that team who are solid. And Blitz usually is kind of like the second, third top fragger in the team. So him having a quiet day and them still beating Vici convincingly, I think it tells a lot to the system around this team.
Yeah, it's a group of great players, right? Or a group of good players, should I say? They have the potential to be great, but they're a brand new team coming into playing at this level that we've seen in this tournament so far, and the fact that they've got these results under their belt already is super impressive. And yeah, I agree. Like the fact that they have Blitz underperforming and then they stand tall and still win a convincing series against the second best team in the region, that's a good sign moving forward for the longevity of this team across the board. I think it's quite similar to that of Tiger when they sometimes get wins without Urcast popping off. It's kind of funny, but when you take a look at that, you kind of understand the potential of that team. It's kind of a similar walk of life here for Checkmate, but they don't really have an Urcast. They just it's just a good group of 5 players, I feel.
It's kind of crazy. You look at a Mongolian scene, you look at Tiger, right? Obviously, the top dogs in the region. You got Urcast, you have Cabal, you know what Dobu can do, you know how a good NCL at 9 can even be. Then you look at D13 with Annihilation, you got Score, you got, what's the other kid's name again? There's another one. I forgot his name. But he's really good as well from D13. And then you have Checkmate coming in. We're like, oh, we're all sad. We're like, D13 didn't qualify. It's such a fun team to watch. Annihilation with his offing, Score with his just 30 bombs regularly. And then this team performs even better than D13. And they're looking so good, taking on Vici, something D13 could never do. I mean, how many good teams and players are there in Mongolia? It's crazy. Such a far-flung country. They don't necessarily have the resources that some of their bigger neighbors would have, some of the richer neighbors would have. And yet, they just keep shooting out these crazy teams and players. It's incredible.
Yeah, it really is incredible. I wonder, I'm not too sure of how the infrastructure is set up in Mongolia when it comes to gaming, but I would assume like a lot of the countries in the region and a lot of nations, even across the world, is probably quite common to have internet cafes, right? Or gatherings where you would
it's
meet
most
up.
of that. Yeah, it's more of cafes and stuff in Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to pronounce the capital, but that's where everything happens, as far as I know.
So when you have the internet cafes, generally you get that experience playing on LAN immediately, right? Because you have a bunch of players playing around each other.
True.
If you don't think, people don't really think about that. You're used to like kind of playing together, working on stuff. I think you're playing on probably worse setups. You're not really in your comfortable environment. You're just sitting there. You're all focused on the game, and maybe they get solid at the game because they can all learn from each other, right? You're not sitting at home like us in the UK. I think that's a big problem. Is like everybody's just sitting at home and never really learning from each other because they all have this attitude of I'm the best. When you're actually in a real social situation, a lot of people act differently, right? And they're willing to learn, and people can point stuff out and you can learn from each other that way. I think maybe just that sort of close-knit community environment, it probably helps some of these regions. And Mongolia, clearly a group of players and a group of people that enjoy a good bit of Counter-Strike, and it's good to see that it's so strong in the nation because they just pump out players after players, and here's a brand new team that we've never heard of coming into this tournament, and bam, they're beating the likes of Vici 2-0. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of these players come out of Mongolia.
Yeah, and I feel like another point to add to what you mentioned was when it comes to these guys playing on LAN, I'm assuming that they're going to be facing some of the more experienced players, right? I'm not even bringing up Maslai in this equation, but they have a lot of experienced players. We have Zulkenberg, they got Machine Gun. I like to imagine that they go to one of the bigger LAN cafes and they're looking to scrim, and there are these guys already sitting there. And they're like, hey, yeah, let's play against us. And you learn so much more faster. It's not just about playing on LAN, it's playing against better teams and better, best in the region, which is so cool to see. I do believe we still don't have a couple of players. We did want to start the game a little bit early in case it was going to be a long day, but I believe that a couple
you can
of players
never
still
trust players to turn up early. Well, that just doesn't happen.
I know. Why can't they be professionals like us, Nico? I don't know, but we'll figure that out. In the meantime, we're going to go to a very quick break, and we'll be back with more Counter-Strike action. It's at 2 minutes 45 seconds remaining, but surprise, surprise, the game is going to go live. It looks like the players are into the server. Here we go, the game of the day, a must-win game for both the teams. Checkmate win, they're through, and Marek with the one tap on the crossover. Kaz will hit the ground. And again, reminding all our viewers, Checkmate win this, they're through to the playoffs. If After win, it's going to be a three-way tie between Bren, Checkmate, and After Gaming, and we're going to be seeing 3 best-of-1s played out later on today to decide which 2 teams will qualify for the playoffs. So everything on the line here, Dinko.
Yeah, a lot on the line, and Checkmate not off to the best of starts. An early kill from Marek to open things up. Checkmate do not budge, though. They hold their 3-man stack on this B side of the map. You've got Ro playing aggressive down in towards the banana angle. He's got a good position for it, but over a minute left, and After are going to be turning their attentions back over towards A. Currently, there is only one player here, and it's Blitz on 12 HP. This is not going to go well. Checkmate are going to have to either pull off the most incredible retake or just save the 2 sets of Kevlar they've got, because After Gaming are going to be winning this pissed around.
Yeah, this is a very rough spot to be holding the CZ from, and unfortunately, he's only gonna barely do any damage into Wang. And yeah, like you said, it's gonna require incredible retake. If I'm After, considering the lack of kit as well, I'm just gonna be picking up the P250 and saving. You can have those Kevlars, you can upgrade the Deagles, you know, you can have a little bit of extra utility in a force buy, but it seems like they are fancying this Dinka, which is very, very brave from the Mongolian side. Ro is going to be leading the charge, but he gets taken down. This crossfire is impregnable. There's no way they're going to be pushing on in. A 4-man peak, and Hawk is he's pretty good, Dinko. He's a pretty good shooty, Counter-Strike shooty game player, but that would have been too much for him. And After Gaming, they win a very, very convincing and comfortable pistol round.
Yeah, that's a good start coming into the T side. After Gaming have got to come out swinging here. And I have to say, After Gaming have improved throughout this tournament. They're one of the teams that we've seen a very obvious improvement from day one. They have gotten better and better coming into this tournament. That's to be expected, right? You've got Oi being added to the team. That kind of adds
and rightfully so. They had a lot of issues initially. Like you said, Nico, they have grown into this tournament. They've looked much better, much cleaner, much more convincing individually as well as Hawk. Oh, they're just going to cross, and Hawk's missing a lot of shots, though. But there is a player waiting right by. It is going to be Ro, who's going to find Oi. Hawk gets nothing done with the Deagle. Now, the bomb is dropped, Dinko. The bomb is dropped. And now it's a 4v3. However, Wang is on 6 points of health, and this is awkward. This is an awkward standoff between Checkmate and Force. Kaz finds one. And Ro from this position, Dinko. What can he do?
Oh, well, Ron's going to be trying his best, but it's Wang taking the headshot. Ro goes down. Blitz peeking out with a kill into Marek, and he'll fall as well. It's a 2-0 lead for After Gaming, coming so close. The last 2 remaining players survive on barely any health, and that will be around for them nonetheless, though. And we take a look at what Checkmate have. It's going to be the full eco, maybe a P250 Eagle here or there, but After Gaming, they're going to be 3-0 up, most likely. And, you know, it may come close blood, but all that matters at this point is getting off to a good start, and they managed to get 2 at least, and a chance here to recover their economy and the damages inflicted upon it in the previous round.
Yeah, that got a bit scary, though. Alright, it looks like the USP will deal a little bit more damage, and Marek is gonna shut things down. Ru actually finds another kill. Ru. We're probably gonna ask him how to pronounce that. But 3-0 for After Game. I just realized this is the second time we've cast Checkmate, Dinko. We've only casted his team twice now.
That was pretty crazy. Tom has had most of the games?
Yeah, he's had, I think, 7 out of the 9, and we have just 2, which is crazy.
I mean, I actually quite like casting Checkmate. They're one of the teams that don't make my brain melt as much, so there we go. Happy to cast them. 3-0 though, after are off to a pretty fantastic start. You've got Checkmate over here with the rifles out. If you are just new to this team, or you're just watching this tournament for the first time, Checkmate were a team that many of us were unfamiliar with coming into this tournament, but they have impressed. The most recent match, they actually beat Vici 2-0. So now they're going up against After, the fourth best team in China, or at least in this tournament. And well, it's going to be Blitz now looking for the spray downs. Hawk with the first kill. Sakai going down. Bingo, the frag onto Hawk and Kaz and Blitz. They're just lining them up. Wine finally fighting back with on 7 HP. Marek trying to make the play, and somehow they have done it, Blur. They pulled this round back, and now Techno 4K, the young gun, the stand-in for the team, looking to get to a 1v2. This should have been the round for Checkmate. This should have been their round locked in. But they've managed to throw it all away, and that's that big flank from Marek, causing a distraction. Wang with some impactful kills. Techno gets the first lineup, but cannot get a single kill out of it. Yet again, After Gaming survived with 2 players on very low HP. And this has been an unfortunate start for Checkmate. They probably should have and could have won 2 rounds. And it's 4-0 for After Gaming. They haven't lost a single one just yet. But what a turnaround in that round, Blair.
I have no idea how the hell they turned that round around, honestly. It was a 4v2. I feel like Checkmate had done everything to shut it down towards an A-bomb side, and somehow 3 kills in a span of 3 seconds. After Gaming, yeah, not just off to a great solid start. They're looking pretty darn good individually as well. Wang on 9 kills. This is one player that we have been hyping up, Dinko, despite even when they were losing some terrible games. We were like, yeah, this guy's good. This guy's good. He's already 9 kills in 4 rounds. Great start for him. Marek as well, the old Chinese CS, the Asian CS veteran. Oi as well, not necessarily a veteran himself, but he's been playing at higher tiers of Asian Counter-Strike for a while. Bingo and Sakai kind of like the newer players here alongside Wang. And for them to potentially, get this win and take it to the tiebreaker matchups, I feel like it would have been achievable for them, considering what a terrible start they had. As Wang is going to get his 10th frag, catching Blitz, trying to be aggressive with the scout.
Well, it's going to be Techno. It's only come through the smoke. It's going to be an easy kill from Techno onto Marek. Wang and Oi, they'll fight back, and they have recovered what could have been a potentially expensive round, but 1v2. We'll see if it still plays out at least slightly in favor of Checkmate. If they can get a couple of kills here, that's the goal, but Hawk's going to have to take down Bingo immediately, and it's not going to work out. Kaz into 1v4, just over a minute left on this clock to play with, and they're going to be turning their attentions back towards Banana. It's Kaz with a scope in on the scout. This round will be an easy 5th for After Gaming. Kaz is not going to be pulling this off. So we look to the next round. Can Checkmate finally get something under their belt? Kaz, just the last remaining player now, holding on. First kill is his onto Oi. If he can make this expensive, at least, Blood, that's the outcome that he's looking for. I really think that at this point, After should just leave him alone, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Leave one player, Banana, the bomb runs back to A, they'll get that planted, and it's going to be 5 rounds now adding to the scoreboard.
It's been some very solid Counter-Strike so far from After, right? I mean, when I say solid, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too tactical. It's just good decision-making. This is a must-win series for both the teams. And for After, the moment they know where Kaz is, they're like, oh, he's got a scout. I can imagine a time where After Gaming would have just pushed him and just try to kill him in that 1v4 for no reason. But here they're like, oh, we'll leave him alone. The bomb site stays empty. Get the bomb down there. Guarantee the round. Guarantee the round. That is the kind of like the mantra that these two teams will have to be trying to play with, as we do have a second buy round coming out. It's been 5-0, yes, Dinko, but we've only seen 1 buy round from Checkmate. Let's see what they can do here. Kaz with AWP, M4s galore, and quite a bit of utility as well for the CD side. There is, however, a worrying lack of a single kit for the CD side. That's something I'm not really a big fan of.
Ooh, Techno. A little bit risky. That has spotted out a player to Banana. His shoulder has also been spotted in return by After Gaming. Hawk in the apartments. Oh, around the corner, just up on top of the balcony in the bedroom. Bingo. Just holding for the aggression.
BRB.
This could be an important opening jaw about to come through. Kaz has pulled himself over to the B-bomb site after spotting that early information. Techno has passed that on to the rest of his team, and Kaz is ready to try to take this opening kill. He's got a good angle. Oi at the ready. Bingo's dropped off. Hawk's going to get the perfect timing, and that's going to catch out Bingo. Another push comes through. Kaz a little slow in the reaction, and that does give them a small window of opportunity to head in towards this B-bomb site. It's Kaz and Ro with the picks, and now it's Wang Yamarik, a 2v5, and it's just Wang left alone into 1 versus 5, and that is a brilliant round coming in from Checkmate. The early information gathered from Techno 4K, the non-overextension, just setting up the team ready for success. Hawk in the apartments, the patient play, catches out the information that Bingo has dropped down due to the sound cue. And that's just a fantastic played round from Checkmate. I love the way they approach that.
Yeah, this is well done. They needed to win some rounds convincing. Oh, look at the amount of damage from the Molotov, the utility, and then of course just kind of choking them out from entering. And Blister to cut off any potential shenanigans that Wang would be looking to get up to. But here we go. Bai will still be coming in for After. And despite winning 5 rounds in a row, Dinko, they have bled quite a bit. Meaning the money isn't exactly in the best of places. They have enough for a buy this time around. But if Checkmate can turn this one around... Look at Checkmate, Dinko. They have 4 AK-47s. That's an upgrade.
That is a huge upgrade. They've basically got a T-buy, right? Both teams have identical purchases on each side. AWP out for Kaz, AK-47s for the rest. The one thing they are lacking over here on the CT side, which is a little bit unfortunate, is utility. Like, they don't have much of that left already. No kills coming in just yet. Bingo finally drawing blood in round number 7. It's on to Blitz, and that's not a start a Checkmate would be looking for after just coming in swinging, getting the opening kill, now turning their attentions back towards middle. And you can definitely see what Tom was talking about, right, in the pregame unit. It's definitely a lot of truth to it. The fact that this is probably the map after have looked the most fundamentally sound on. And they just look very comfortable on the T side. They don't go missing as much. And while Kaz, oh, not a fan of that. He runs into the open, gets caught by the flashbang. He fully committed to that one and done, and he goes down without a fight. It's going to be a 6th round for After Gaming, and what a start this team have got off to.
Now that's a hell of a way to just kind of remind Checkmate who they're playing against. Somehow losing the round and just turning it around. Money's kind of wrecked here for Checkmate with 2 rifles being saved, which should be fine. They have enough money for another buy. So yeah, it's not going to be an eco situation here. But After Gaming are off to an incredible start here. And this is such a surprise for me personally, Dinko. And we were talking about like a 2-0 to Checkmate. I don't know. I feel like this could really go either way. They've come to play here today.
No, it definitely could go either way. I just wanted to make a prediction based on what we've seen from Checkmate yesterday. And unfortunately, it looks like a little bit of a weaker start from them. Slower start to the day for the team. Not exactly looking poised on an individual level yet. And I would love to see them step up. They've had a few missed opportunities, I feel, at the start of this game. You know, that round where they bring them down to 2 low HP players in the first 3. And then the first gun round probably should have went Checkmate's way. They've had opportunities to get into the first half here. It just all went After Gaming's way. Every small entity has gone in favor of After Gaming. And if you're Checkmate, you're not really in a position where you can let that happen. They want to get this win. They want to prevent the 3-way tie. If you are just tuning in, what is on the line right now? After Gaming face elimination. If they win this game, they stay afloat. We go to a 3-way tie. If Checkmate win, nothing changes really.
Well, they do qualify for sure.
But as in right now, the tables where the standings are, they don't exactly change a whole lot.
That is indeed true. As we do see, Checkmate struggling here on the CD side. It is a map pick from After Gaming. They definitely do know what they're doing here, and it's clear, looking at the scoreline at the very least, that they're very, very comfortable at the moment. Ooh, tag onto Oi. And Kaz, if he re-peaks this, I fear for him. It's going to be a problem. Wang, though, is going to play it safe. He's going to fall on back. Rowe getting taken down. Perhaps a little careless. But at least with Kaz's presence towards Banana, they can still keep 3 players waiting towards the A bomb site. But with that one flash, they're going to force Kaz to a more passive angle, thereby just getting Banana control without even having to push for it. And then the push comes in towards Apps. I like the aggression, but Hawk might be caught out of position here. Yeah, he's kind of in a very rough spot, Dinko. He's going to try and make his escape. Flashbank's going to come on out, but Sakai's going to hold the angle, blinded or not. Techno gets caught by Marek wrapping around. It's all gone wrong, Dinko. After our clinically just dissecting the CD side defense, that was so well done. And no matter what Checkmate we're up to, after we're just a couple of steps ahead of them.
After looking so much better than Checkmate, what is going on? After looking so much better than After have ever looked at the start of this one, they realize what is on the line here, Blood. They know they face elimination, and they do not want to go out of this tournament, at least without a fight. And Checkmate, they've had opportunities now, lots of them. They get a few rounds to the board on the T side of Inferno, and they just have not been able to do it just yet. Now Kaz under pressure, he gets knifed!
Oh my!
Marek just runs him down, chops him up. And it's the 7th round for After Gaming, and nothing carried over for Checkmate. This is a nightmare for the Mongolian side.
That's just disrespecting. Oh, poor Kaz. Look at this. Wang being the big bait for his teammate. Ooh, Oi gets tagged and then burns alive. Gonna continue to hold the angle. So at least something going the way of Checkmate here early. Hawk and Blitz. Just a deagle, so whatever kills they get here is going to be very, very impactful indeed. Flashbang's going to come out. I think Kaz was spotted out there. I hope he doesn't peek. He peeks, and he's going to be spotted. He's going to... Oh, he's going to re-peek out again, and he gets bingo. I think that was through Marek as well, which is crazy, because Marek didn't die. But they've lost Banana, and now Techno has a lot of work to do. They're going to be crossing on Nova. Smoke's bloomed. The CDs have a man advantage. They have a couple of guns, no kits though, so they need to get these kills real quickly, but Techno spots... Okay, Sakai, okay. He finds Techno and he finds Marek.
Yeah.
And now he's on 59 HP, and it might come down to Mr. Wang to swing that big gun of his.
Yep, he's going to swing his big wine. Well, he's going to find Rowe. He's going to look for another one. Peeks on the left side. The second kill is Blitz going down. Wine kicks down 3. Slaps him away. It 1 on the board. After Gaming have already won the half blur. What is going on? This is After Gaming just showing up to a level we haven't seen yet from this team. A level we didn't know they were capable of. And Checkmate, where are they gone? Bring them back.
You know what? I'm very happy to see this After. This is some good teamwork, good individual plays. They know exactly what they're doing on the T side. They're playing. They're like just like the marionette master, right? Like just controlling them like a master of puppets, and they're just playing a very reactive game right now from our Checkmate. This is the same team who wrecked Vici on Nuke. They were so aggressive, and not just like mindless aggression, controlled, focused, honed aggression against Vici, which just completely shattered Vici's T side. And against After Gaming, they're playing like chickens, headless chickens, I might even say. And After playing fantastic. Wang is just popping off, Dinko. He's right now just like he's just feeling it. He is just feeling it.
Yeah, he really is feeling it, and so will Checkmate. They're feeling Wang right now, and it's not exactly been the most pleasant experience for them. Trying to change it all. change the face of this game because Checkmate are off to the worst of starts. Luckily, it is their opponent's map pick. I mean, we still got Dust 2 coming up next, but we talk about how this is such a good map for Checkmate, but not going their way at the moment. Another good start coming in from after. Ro, dropping Marek, 4v4. Over a minute left in play on that clock still for the T side. They have lost their play and lost their man advantage, but they will try and recover that as they turn their attentions back to Banana. The bomb on the back of Void. It starts to move up there. Seems like they want to throw a little bit of utility in towards A, try and fake it out a little bit, then turn back and go into the B bomb side. This could really work out. We'll see if they can take them down. 2 players set up in each bomb site. Over here on B, probably a little bit of a better setup. You have Techno collecting the early information. He's been quite good at not overcommitting. I would like to see him step up a little bit more on the individual front. Blinded, doesn't get the info. Now oh no, Ro needs to do more than that. He goes down to low HP, but it's Techno stepping up with a 3K. What a spray down from the young stand-in. And he's going to look for more at 4K. Huge, living up to his name. Techno getting 4 and the second round on the board for Checkmate.
Well, Techno 4K. And his name, Techno 4K, in the game. 8-2, but it's requiring individual heroics, Denko. I am not convinced at all by this Checkmate so far. You got to remember one thing, is their CD side was so good. Doesn't matter who it was against. They've beaten some of the best teams in the region on this very map. And right now, they're just looking... They're just looking so... I don't know. Like, if you go back to the first couple of rounds, like some of the force buy rounds, for example, where they were aggressing, pushing down Banana, making After Gaming feel uncomfortable, I'd actually like to see more from that, more from them, similar to that on these buy rounds. Instead of playing so very passive. But, I mean, fair. I mean, if Techno can get a 4K every round, I guess that's still a winning strategy. Not really a strategy, but a winning formula. Kaz, Flash on a... force him out from his position. Repositioning, looking for a player to come out from alt mid. He has been very quiet though so far on this map.
So is everybody here, unfortunately, for Checkmate, apart from Techno. Signing tall in that previous round. He was on 1 kill before that all happened. After Gaming have looked so much better on an individual level off the get-go here. And if they come back and they answer back immediately with a round win here, Blood, that's when I start to really worry about Checkmate, because that previous round, yeah, okay, it was a good performance from Techno, a really good step up from him, but it's not sustainable. You can't do that every round. So if that's all they're relying on to get the round wins, oh no. But we know Checkmate are more than that. So they've given themselves that opportunity to now get a couple more rounds on the board. And Wang, he's up through top middle, Sakai in behind him. 50 seconds left. They're going to start going forward with this T side. They're going to cut through the B bomb, or the A bomb side defense, should I say. Always over here towards B. It's actually quite an aggressive stance coming in here to try and gather some early information, but here come the T side into the A bomb side, Blood.
Are they though? Are they? They've used a lot of utility. 34 seconds. They can still pivot back towards B, but the hit is on. Molotov going to be extinguished. The smoke preemptively used by Hawk is going to find the Molotov as Blitz from the pit finds 2 huge kills. Even does a little bit more damage onto Wang, but now it is a 2v3. The Yop in the hands of Kaz, coming in from behind, spots at a player, times it perfectly. Gonna go for the wall bang. I thought he's gonna find it, but Techna's gonna steal that away. And Checkmate, they win a...
They do win that, and I feel like that's probably more the mistakes or the poor approach from After Gaming coming into that round. They definitely didn't leave themselves another option, Blood. You know, they could have went back to B, but what would have happened there is they would have just ran into 2 players aggressively pushed up, right? You have 30 seconds left. All the utilities being used up. You need to immediately just rush in. And at that point, you're just hoping that you can somehow win every single aim duel. And right now, that's not sustainable. 8-3 on the board for After Gaming. They're into the lead, of course. They still will walk into the second half ahead. But a chance now for Checkmate to at least grind this half back and make it competitive and make it close, because it has not been the ideal start for the young Mongolian side in a must-win game. They can't afford for that to happen. 2 players on Banana have dropped back into the B-bomb site. Currently Ro playing on the CT cross, and Techno setting up inside of the site itself, and Kaz gets away at the right time now. He probably would have been able to find a kill. Whether or not he would get away with his life, I do not know. But here comes the attack into the A-bomb site. Hawk holding off this balcony drop, but Sakai and Oi taking the 2 kills. Kaz answering back. Slight gap in the smoke allows him to take down Oi. But that smoke now covering his face. It's a 3v4. A man advantage in play for After Gaming as they take the A-bomb site on a lower tier buy. Ro starts to move forward, looking for this boiler player in the post plant. And Ro needs this headshot quickly if he wants a chance at winning this retake. It's 1 onto Wang. Utility being used up. And now 3v3. Gap still in that smoke for Kaz, but no one presenting themselves. No one giving the opportunity. And while Techno now moving forward, using the Molotov his teammate has thrown. He'll be trying for these kills, but it's actually Kaz who's found one. A second kill for Checkmate. It's Techno picking it up, but it's Marek left alone. The experience hanging out of him as he wants to win it, and he'll take it both his way. 2 kills collected and a 9th round for After Gaming. A round that started with a couple of pistols, a couple of rifles in play, yes, but a pretty terrible round overall in terms of the buy from After Gaming, and a quick A hit is all that's required to get the round on the board. And while it's Marek having to step up in the 1v2 clutch, but he makes it look easy. Well, it's gonna be Ro. Peek down banana. It's Wang with the headshot. Kaz going down. 4 versus 5 ensues early on. An early advantage picked up for After Gaming yet again off the back of Wang. 16-6. What a start to this match. A must-win game for After Gaming if they want to stay alive in this tournament. And why we've talked about him being the poster boy for this team. The leading figure in terms of individual ability. And, well, the skill ceiling being super high for this guy. We'll see if he can get him over the line. It's going to be a good kill for Ro back into banana. So that does return things to an equilibrium. You're again equal on the server in terms of player count. With just over a minute left, they've lost banana control, so the T side are funneled in towards A, and they're going to have to go into the apartments. Hawk and Blitz have a good double setup here. Bait and switch is the first kill from the AWP. It goes back and missed shot, and that's going to cost them. That's going to cost them massively. Techno with a headshot. The bomb is in the underpass, and with 45 seconds, that's still enough time, and Wang has found a kill that gives the advantage to the T side. After Gaming a 10th round, maybe not the cleanest, but they do find the win nonetheless.
Well, I mean, this has gone very, very wrong for Checkmate, Dinko. It's kind of crazy. This is a team who all have they beaten Inferno again? They beat Tyloo, right? They beat Tyloo. I think they beat Tiger as well, if memory serves me right. I'm not too sure, but well, I mean, what a showing from After Gaming. This is some incredible stuff. It's not even close. It's so very convincing. And yeah, Checkmate are using their third tactical timeout, and they still haven't been able to figure out how to kind of contend from this just sheer force of skill, of teamwork, of Counter-Strike from After Gaming. Wang's in 17 kills, Bingo's in 10, Marek on 13. Oi's on 2 frags, Dinko. He hasn't had to do anything, and yet they're winning so very convincingly right now.
I love how we were in a situation where Tiger and Tyloo have both lost to Checkmate on Inferno, and now we're 10-3 up for After against Checkmate on Inferno. Nothing makes sense. You know, this transfer property is BS, right? Doesn't it's not never read into that if you're watching or thinking about or talking about Asian Counter-Strike, because it doesn't make sense. Nothing does. It's just every game is a new one. You know, there's don't look at anything. Just go into this.
Just don't look at anything.
Free your mind and experience what is in front of you.
Okay, so Checkmate have beaten. Okay, you ready for this? All right. They've beaten Wadzai? No biggie. They beat Tiger. Okay. They beat Invictus. Thrashed Invictus 16-7. They beat Beyond. They beat Tyloo. And they've beaten Vici. They've beaten the top 5 teams in the tournament on this map. And they are getting decimated right now by After. There is also there's a little bit of a caveat that they did lose a Sigma, mind you, and they lost to Bren as well. So it's kind of weird. They beat the best teams in Asia on Inferno, and they lose to teams they shouldn't really be losing to. That's some cray stuff right there, Dinko. It doesn't really make sense.
Well, Hawk starting to move forward with the FAMAS. Around the corner. Oh, what? Sakai, hello. That's just a Sakai play right there. Well, Hawk, he'll take him down forward at least, but it's Bingo with an instantaneous reply. And our Kaz on default. Out to the left side, Rookie to the right, and trying his best to take them down here, but it's not working out. Marek, we got off to a fantastic start in this game. Just that one tap down middle of the pistol round. It's not really stopped since then, but Ro, what a play, what a clutch. He saved the day. It's going to be a 4th round for Checkmate. They needed that. And Ro just dives through and gets 2 on this transfer. That's going to be a 4th round picked up for Checkmate as we head into the last round of the first half of Inferno.
I don't know. Even if they get to round number 5, I don't think it's going to be necessarily enough. After gaming, I mean, if you're after gaming, Dinko, you're feeling like you've done your job, right? You're feeling like you've done enough. 10 rounds already. Hawk is, look, I don't really like pointing out players who can aim, but we've seen some really, really good aimers so far. Like, look at this spray from Ro, for example. But Hawk has been looking a little shaky in the aiming department.
Maybe it's actually Hawker on the server.
I was playing some matchmaking last night with Vendetta, Hawker, Harry, and what was it? I think it was one of the guys was Vendetta's friend. And
yes.
Yeah, we were playing yesterday. I had 200 ping. I had about 22 kills on Nuke. Hawker had 11. It was embarrassing. I mean, I'm almost double his age. Double his age.
Answering
and
this play. On the T side, did Hawker make the purchase of the SG? He did.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just saying. The guy's half my age, and I had 7 times the
kills
ping
as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Hawker. I'm sorry. I had to point it out. But then again, it was more like, to be real, there weren't many players going his direction. They're just coming running at me. I was like, I'll take those. Here we go. Blitz, good for 1, good for 2. No backup yet. And the backup is going to be Hawk, who gets taken down, and it's all on Wang Dinko. But unfortunately, he falls back to Techno 4K's M4. And it has been have to forget for the side of Checkmate. But you know what? Considering how grim it looked at one point in time, what was it? 8-1? Yeah, it was 8-1 at one point. So 10-5. It's a decent. It's a small little comeback for the side of the Mongolians. Now, will it be enough? That's the question here as we move on to the second half. If Checkmate can take this pistol and convert the following anti-force and anti-eco buys, I still feel they have a decent chance.
Yeah, they can still recover this Checkmate. They can still bring this back and get a competitive game here on Inferno. 10-5, what a half from after, though. You can't take that away from them. They're still going to be feeling very comfortable with 10 rounds going into their CT side. This pistol round, incredibly important for them. They want to try and continue this lead and are stomping down on some Checkmate action. And while Sakai, he's picking up the first and the second from the pit. Sakai gets 3. That's absolutely huge from Sakai. And now Kaz in a 1v4. He can't win this. Surely not. There we go. There was just too many players in front of him in CT. He had no possession of the bomb. It was too far on the other side of the site. 11-5. After gaming, that pistol round is not even close.
Yeah. Both the pistol rounds going the way of the Chinese side now, and they're looking like they want to close this one out, Dinko. We did say how this pistol is going to be crucial. Sakai, nice taps coming out from him. 1-2, and a good reaction shot to Hawk, standing in the flames as well. What a Viking. 11-5 after gaming. Yeah, they're going to be feeling very, very comfortable right now. And the crazy thing, Dinko, is probably their best known player, Oi, has 2 kills. He hasn't had anything to do. And yet they're just winning so very convincingly. It's crazy. It's crazy how much this team has improved over the past 3 weeks, and entering the final day of the group stage, this must-win game, they have come to play. They're not going to go down without a fight. And Checkmate, this could be a rude awakening, just a reminder for them that, hey, you know what? They're not quite through yet. Yes, they are the favorites based on recent results, but it's not over yet. It's never over. until the fat lady sings. And right now, the fat lady, she's nowhere close to being on stage yet. She's still in the makeup room. She's still practicing her vocals. Still a while remaining. I don't know where I was going with that. Just made stuff on the fly.
I mean, you painted a beautiful picture, Blair.
Thank you.
You really understand the world in which we're living in right now. Well, 11-5, it is going to be a grim world for Checkmate at the moment. We'll see if they can change that. We'll see if they can infiltrate the dressing room with the fat lady and force her to sing for them. And well, it's going to be Sakai in the pit trying their best. He's going to go down. Hawk with a kill. The nade stack is not required. And a quick play into the A-bomb site. Bingo dives to the smoke. A desperate play, but it's worked out for one kill. Marek, his turn to play with a gap in the smoke. And he's so down close to picking that up in towards pit. But they realize the round is done. Their chances of picking this up are gone. And it's going to be the save from after. Good reply. Checkmate desperately needed that. And while they come out swinging, good artillery fire, good take of the A-bomb site, and a 6th round to boot.
That's a fantastic. I love the triple nade on the Sakai. And Sakai, poor guy, he probably might be rethinking holding from pit every single round. Is gonna try and switch things up. I love the way they just pounce on the side, and that's one of the bigger problems, right? When you're playing the A-bomb site as kind of passively, right, with certain known positions, there is a possibility of getting swarmed by the SMGs and the pistols, and we've seen this time and time again. We've seen this even in like the highest tiers of Counter-Strike. And a little bit of a good gamble from Checkmate. They assume Sakai would be holding the same position. You know, Sakai would be like, yeah, well, what do they have? Deagles, Tech 9s? I can just hold the same angle and take them down. Wasn't expecting the triple nade. Good stuff from Checkmate. As they don't win the pistol dinko, but at least they convert the force buy, and now they definitely do have the superior weaponry, as it is going to be the turn of the Chinese side to go for their own force buy. They have the 2 MP9s to work with. 2 pistols as well. Double molly. Deep smoke down bottom banana, but Techno 4K, more than capable. It's kind of crazy how someone so young can... someone so young can die so fast. As we all do know, Dinka, some die young. Not the player. I love that. I love just the utility usage coming out from both the teams here so far. Nothing too crazy, but I like it. Yeah, they're actually being pretty... There's been more utility usage and utility damage in this game, in this one map, than entire days of PAL 2020.
Well, we'll see if it continues to be a nightmare round, but luckily Blitz has been able to pull one kill back all the way right through the smoke. Blitz gets the follow-up on him as well. Sakai, Wang, and Bingo. Well, they're going to keep moving forward. Kaz is there with a headshot. Bingo goes down. Sakai and Wang now 2v4. And around that, they will not be able to get much more done in unless the hunt begins. And that would just be ill-advised for a Checkmate. They're not in a position where they can afford to give away a single weapon. So we are looking at 11-7. A round picked up for Checkmate, and potentially a comeback coming into the second half. Now, it is still a long way off, thanks to the huge lead that after been able to get themselves. But nonetheless, it's been an impressive few moments here now for Checkmate. And they'll start to back away. Only losing the one player, so that does allow their economy some leg room to grow. And now coming into the next round, look at the money from the CT side. It doesn't get any better. So now we're looking at 11-8 on the board.
We are, and considering just the 2 pistols, I don't see Wang really investing in any Kevlar, because he would be looking to get his hands on his magic stick as quickly as possible. Sakai with the CZ, the only threat here. They do have a flashbang in hands of Marek and a smoke for Oi. Curious to see what they're going to do with this. They have 4 players towards banana, so smoke for bottom banana, and then maybe a flash to pop out. Yeah, they have played pretty aggressively, and they're going to be waiting for potential play from Checkmate. Checkmate have been pretty... they've been giving respect in these anti-ecos, not being too overly aggressive. We've seen some strange things happen, Stinker. It's all about the timing. Flash gonna pop. Fortunately for Checkmate, they're gonna be passive. They're gonna not really aggress out, and they're gonna be well, basically unaffected with that flashbang and being very, very methodical indeed.
Well, Kaz. Smokes up in his face. Boost coming over the top of it here. Wang is down to 20 HP. Flees the scene. Checkmate right now. Well, this could be an 8th round for them without much resistance if they can just topple this tower of players. And oh, he's up on top. He will go down. Smoke fades. That does give away the players and reveals their position. And you know what? It could have been a clean round. But Ro decides he's just going to get shot by his own teammate. You know, I flipped that around and blamed Ro. And just, I don't know why I did that, blah. But nonetheless, they do find a FAMAS and they're going to get out of there.
Oh, it's a free rifle. They'll take it. You know, FAMAS, not too terrible. I feel like the FAMAS gets a lot of hate. I like the FAMAS, Dinka. I really like
I like the FAMAS as well. I think
it could
it's
be better.
Okay. It could definitely
be better. But it's not a terrible gun. I feel like there's certain angles. For example, Dust Too Short. I can play that with a FAMAS anytime. I feel like it's a very viable weapon. If only the burst fire was a little better. I feel the burst fire in the Glock and FAMAS is just broken. It's just so terrible. 1.6 burst fire in the Glock and on the FAMAS was so darn good. Yeah, I know, boomer talk, but still, it was better. One day, Dinko. One day, Valve will fix it. And the economy.
You think so? You really think that, Blair? Deep down, do you really believe?
Listen, I've been cheering for Tyler for 7 years. I have an unlimited pool of
you
optimism.
have no opinion actually here. this is way too optimistic. Or you hate yourself. One of the two, Blah.
Maybe it's both. I think the most optimistic people hate themselves the most. Maybe they're masochists. Maybe they enjoy the pain, Dinko. Maybe I get off on the pain. Early in the morning, I just open up Tyloo's VODs and I'm like,
it's the only explanation, right? It has to be.
Well, what's happening right now, though, Dinko, is Checkmate have all their way back into this. They're not there yet. They're still training by 3 rounds. After could still shut this one out. But if Checkmate can survive a couple of these buy rounds from the side of After, they can definitely make things way more possible, way more believable. And that's when we're going to be starting to believe Checkmate potentially bringing this one back. Again, just a reminder for our wonderful viewers on Twitch and on YouTube that this was 8-1 for After Gaming at one point. Oh, they've fallen for the fake, Dinko. They've fallen for the fake. There's still a player. There's still a player. Look at the trigger discipline, but it was too disciplined, Dinko. Ro turns around. Bingo's dead. And Oi, he needs to win this duel. Yeah, they'll win the duels. They're very low, but they should survive. If I'm Checkmate, I don't really go for the hunt. I don't. Or maybe I do. Actually, no, I do. You have money. You take away these 2 guns, it's going to force Checkmate to go for a full save. Sorry, for After to go for a full save. And that's a very, 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 very ballsy angle for Marek to be holding. So ballsy, in fact, the Techno might not expect it. No, he does. Now, always left alone against the youngling from Mongolia.
Well, it's Techno. It's gone down there. That's Oi at least shutting him away. And it really does feel like Checkmate are grabbing a little bit of control now. They're finally getting some momentum. You have to remember back to the first half. Yes, okay, convincing beginning for After Gaming, you know, in terms of the score being built up. But you also have to just remember about some of the rounds that probably should have went Checkmate's way. You know, that round where they bring them down to the low HP on 2 players, a couple of rounds, even the first gun round where they had the huge advantage, and somehow that turned around. You know, just opportunities for Checkmate to have made that first half more competitive. They never really just got lucky or got into it, and the economy is always shot. So there's a lot of unlucky moments there for Checkmate. I'm not saying they played well. I'm not making excuses about how they performed, but it could have went either way within that first half. And After Gaming do very well to walk away with 10-5. They win the pistol round though, Blair, and that's all they've won since. So we are starting to get a little bit worried now for this After Gaming side. Maybe they've run out of steam. Maybe they've started to let Checkmate back into things, and that becomes very scary.
It does tend to get very scary for After Gaming. Well, they're going to be feeling the heat right now. They have gone for a little bit of a light investment, considering that they don't really want to go full-fledged YOLO. They still have a couple of rounds lead. They don't really need to press that panic button yet. Just a reminder for our viewers that coming up next after this is going to be Dust 2, the map pick from Checkmate. And then if we do head over to map number 3, it is going to be Train. Again, a must-win game for both teams. After win it, they force tiebreakers all around. Checkmate win it, well, they're through and After's out. So everything on the line. And a final day here, Perfect World Asia League 2020, the fall edition. Before we head over to the playoffs, which is going to be starting on Friday. I can't wait for that, Dinko. I think playoffs are going to be just crazy, crazy Counter-Strike. Everything on the line.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun one. You know, Tyler can't underperform anymore. You know, you can't just go for the excuse of, oh, they're already through, so that's it. Tyler can just kind of let their foot off the gas. No, now in the playoffs, you lose a game, you're out. So, you know, we're going to have to see the best face forward for every single team. And that is going to show some true colors for some of these top teams that we talk about below, whether or not they are going to be able to compete in the playoffs to the same level we expect from them. And here comes the attack from Checkmate in towards this B-bomb side. Smoke is down. Oi! Oh! Okay, not exactly the best play, but Marek's going to double up on the P250. A 3v3, Smoke is up for the CT cross, and the AK-47 that was dropped by Oi is now in the hands of Wang. We'll see if he can make this work. Starting to move forward. He's the star player of this team. 21-11. Had an incredible first half. And now he's looking to do the same here into the second. Wang will start to move forward. A good kill on the Hawk. Now looking to cut through the rest. A 2v3. Oh, what a play from Techno. Well played. 3 kills. Good round from him. And a 10th round for Checkmate. They do lose a few players. They probably would have kept alive if they wanted to. But 11-10. It's After Gaming in a situation where they finally got their buyout.
That got a little scary, a little too scary if you ask me. Just a hero play from Moy pushing in. I feel like if he had tried to stay alive there, Dinko, because Wang had an AK-47, he was dealing quite a bit of damage, but he didn't have any Kevlar, and the aim punch basically ruined his day. If Voy hadn't pushed and actually played kind of for the retake, you know, maybe it could have been a bit better, but that's anyway. Just looking back, it's always easier in hindsight. And it was anyway just a light investment with a saved rifle, so I can completely forgive him for going for that particular play, although it doesn't pan out. Now, Dinko, this round number 22. They're going to be entering into the site. Sakai, he's burning and he's going to somehow stay alive. He's done a lot of work picking up 2, and now he's alone on the side. Backup has arrived, but the smoke still keeping Oi at bay. They know where Sakai is, and Ro, he's not able to find him. Sakai's doing a fantastic job just staying alive, biding time for his teammates to join the fray. As Ro finally gets the kill on a Sakai, Nade's gonna dome him, and Ro realizes that the players are both there, and he's just gonna leg it. Now, I don't know if they've heard him, Dinko. I think Marek's heard him, and he should maybe catch him on the cross. He doesn't see him yet. Does he see him? Yes, he does. And Ro goes for the long spray. Both of them dealing so much damage. And now he's debating which way to head towards. He spots out the player. Now he knows where Marek is. The question is, where's Oi going to be heading towards? And Oi's just confused. The wide swing's going to be coming out from Ro, Dinko. But I think Oi's going to win this. Oi should win this. Oi's going to win it. But okay. 10 HP. 10 HP. Ro almost wins the duel. And After Gaming, well, they finally get a round on board after what seems like forever.
Sakai, as critical as we have been of this player in the past, that was brilliant. And in the pits round as well, he had a big moment from the pit. So maybe this is the position for Sakai. Maybe he's just underutilized in this team at times. And we'll see if he can keep that up. 12-10, a very important round for After Gaming. That's the only round, bar the pistol round, that they've been able to win in this second half. Other than that, everything has been going in the favor of Checkmate in this second half. So AK-47's out for Checkmate, the Mongolian side, with a plethora of utility available to them. The buy's not out yet. They still got the money. And now, well, After Gaming, this is the true test for them. If they can recover and win this round as well, and we'll be back into the driver's seat on Inferno.
Marek, playing a dangerous game. Flashbang is perfect, but he's not able to line them up. Hawk's gonna get the reply. Oi with a nade, barely tickling Hawk. He's at least used the smoke to slow down or stop a potential fast play from Checkmate. But Checkmate, man up. 50 seconds on the clock. They still have time to work with. And as there's been no signs of life towards Banana, they've actually sent the player back, and Wang, he's got to run back towards B. The hit's going to be coming in. There's no utility remaining for Oi to keep them at bay, and he just might go for a play here, pushing in through the smoke, perhaps going to time it right. He's still sticking around the smoke. Someone is holding the angle, and Oi's going to get taken out through the smoke by Kaz. Oh, that is just terrible as Blitz finds another kill. It's all smoke kills, Glaives in the server, Dinko, and it's all on Wang and Sakai to bring this one back, but Sakai still inside of the pit over the A bomb site, and there's nothing Wang can do, as phenomenal of a player as he is. And it is going to be round number 11 for the Mongolian side.
Well, Wang is going to try his best to hold on, but he's gone as well. Round number 11 coming right up for Checkmate. The money is good for them. The money is not for the CT side. Sakai, who plays the A anchor here in Inferno, is having to save on the other side of the map into the next round. And we see 12-11. Money is pretty short here for After Gaming. We'll see what their decision is coming into this one. You want to see a couple of pistols purchased up. You want to see them focusing into the next round. That does mean they will concede the lead. It should be Checkmate tying things up, but it's just a fantastic round committed here from Checkmate. Like you said, Glaives in the server, the smoke kills just across the board. Brilliant stuff from Checkmate, and that's a desperately needed round win for them. And oh no, blah, if you're After Gaming, you're starting to sweat a little bit. If you're a fan of After Gaming, you are definitely sweating right now, thinking this team might not make the playoffs, and what a good start it was. It's the highs and lows.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost winter, but right now that AC is going to be running full blast to cool some of these players down. What a T side from After Gaming. And for it to all fall apart here on CD side, yeah, it's got to be gutting, especially Wang with a god-tier performance, or even stepping up on the CT side, Dinko. It was super quiet on the T side, despite them leading, 10-5, 11-4. But it seems it was a lifetime ago now. One round for Checkmate to tie things up 12-all, from 8-1 to 12-11. The Mongolians, they keep on impressing. The CD side, lackluster, just picked apart by After. Not much to say about that one, but so far this T side has been pretty solid. A little bit of contest towards Banana. Flashbang is good, but Sakai's not able to find the player. Spraying through the smoke, there's 3 players, and Techno in fact finds Oi. Triangulating the position of Oi with the bullets. And Ro looking for anyone up close. They're taking it slow and steady. I like this from Checkmate. They're not antsy. They take the sweet time. They work the clock. They wait out a utility. It's solid Counter-Strike from Checkmate. And that's how they win these maps. That's how they win these rounds. The spacing's always good. They're always able to trade, Dinko. Frankly, it's been a pretty good map of Counter-Strike here so far on Inferno.
Oh, it has been. Very impressive. And that's not exactly what you would have said coming into this tournament. You would have said, oh, After Gaming coming out here, this is going to be a messy one. But it hasn't been. They played good Counter-Strike up until a point. It feels like they've just kind of fallen off a little bit here in the second half. Checkmate have come right back into things, and now they'll be tying things up. We go on to the next round, and that is going to be where After Gaming get their buyout again. They're going to be trying to get back into the lead, trying to take their map pick away. We knew this game was going to be close. Both of these teams love a bit of Inferno. I was getting worried that it wasn't going to be a close affair. I was getting worried that After were just going to run away with it and we weren't going to get the game we wanted to see, Blood. But it has played out in a way that is impressive. Checkmate have had to do it the hard way. They did not make it easy for themselves. Another AK, that's not bad, but Blitz is quick to reply and shutting down Wang, preventing the save of the AK-47 in his hands. So it is just the one that gets carried on over. One is still good. One is certainly still good here. Marek is going to be the man picking that up and bringing it into the next one. And we are looking at 12-12 tied up on the scoreboard, and a very important round for both teams coming right up. This will start to decide the fate of this game. Problem is, Blur, when you take a look at the money here over on Checkmate, it is still way better in reserve. Not just the buy, but in reserve, they've got so much money left over. So not only do After need to win this round, but they need to win it convincingly, right? They can't lose too many players.
Can't lose too many players, indeed. And that's always a pressure of being on the T side. The thing is, though, money's not that great for Checkmate either, but T side, you know, with Tech 9s, Mac 10s, you can make it work. They won that second round, mind you, just a reminder. Some Tech 9s, a few nades, that they were able to wrest that A bomb side away from the from After Gaming. Oi, I think a dangerous. Yeah, he's gonna do a smart thing. Falls back a little bit, and with him losing eyesight, or sightlines rather, of Banana, it's going to be Marek joining his teammate here. They're going to fall on back. Interesting. So you're going to smoke off the top of Banana. And they're assuming that's going to be enough. No, maybe not. Oi. He's going to be falling back. Flash in hand. They're expecting a Banana play here, but in fact, it is going to be the A bomb. So the timing could be everything. Wang uses smoke, and Blitz finds him. The moment, the second, the millisecond the smoke blooms, Dinko, and it's all on Bingo as Hawk finds Sakai. And Bingo, what can he do? Nothing. He finds Blitz, but that's it. It's a blitzkrieg onto the A bomb site. Round number 13 for Checkmate. They have taken the lead, Dinko. 8-1 for After. To 13-12 for Checkmate. What a turnaround.
This has been an incredible comeback, or an incredible comeback coming in here from Checkmate. The situation that they found themselves in coming out of the first half was horrible. We started to think that maybe this was going to be one of the underperformances that we've seen from Checkmate before in this tournament, when they take losses to some of the weaker teams but perform against the better ones. But this has been a comeback to remember for Checkmate, and they have now got 3 rounds ahead of them to take this over the line. Checkmate, they will not have a goodbye coming into this next round. Checkmate, or should I say After Gaming won't going into this next round. Checkmate almost guaranteed a 14th unless there's a huge step up across the board from the individuals over here from After. And Checkmate now putting themselves in a position where they could be taking the map pick of After Gaming away. If they could just keep up this performance over the next couple of rounds.
How many rounds has it been in a row now, Dinko? It's crazy. Well, maybe not in a row, but so far. Okay, let's do the quick math.
There was
here.
one hiccup. There was just one round, right? There was just one round from Sakai in the pit.
There was a pistol round and the one buy round. You're right.
Both rounds have been won in the second half. Have been Sakai popping off in the pit. That's it. Nothing else has been won.
They've won 8 out of 10 rounds.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. The drop off has been huge. The CT side has not been good from either of these teams, to be fair, but so far, a little worse for After than it was for Checkmate.
The crazy thing as well is like how far ahead of everyone else is that Wang is on the server, right? Wang is still on, what, 25 plus kills? 26, 27 maybe? And
Guy had a beastly start into this game. It was unbelievable.
slow down a little bit though. Ooh, Marek! That got very scary. And Banana control has been lost, Dinko. That means they have to keep 2 players there. Again, it has to be Oi and Marek stuck on the B bomb site. And with that, Checkmate have been able to abuse this time and time again, right? They force Banana control. They force the 2 CDs back inside the site, and then they go for this kind of like almost contact play-ish sort of take towards A. But at least Wang's able to find Techno, timing the shot through the flashbang, rotating in through library, but he's smoked up. But there is a massive gap there. Can he spot the player out? He doesn't. The smoke blew. And now Wang's got to do a lot of work as, well, he's alone now. Dinko. He's got to wait for backup to arrive as the bomb site once again will be wrested away by Checkmate. Bomb's going to be planted. Kaz is going to spot the players out. What a spray from Kaz. And it's all on Wang in a 1v3. He's blinded. And no matter how good he is, doesn't matter how good he is, Dinko, this is looking unwinnable.
He's going to try, though. He dives into the bomb site looking for the mini pick kill. There's still time on this clock, but like you said, the positions are just so strong from Checkmate.
So well done.
And Hawk is going to make it work. Wine goes down 14-12. The post plant was played to perfection from those last 2 players. And now they are only 2 away from securing victory on Inferno. Their opponent's map pick coming into the series. We talked about the fact that okay, after gaming, they've decided to go for the pick of Inferno. This is a bit of a problem because we know Checkmate are incredibly strong on this map. But then again, where could after have brought it, right? This is a map that they're comfortable on. And I respect the confidence in themselves to go to their own strengths instead of worrying about their opponents.
Yeah, this is so... I mean, I'm surprised. I'm as surprised as Morty when he found Pickle Rick. This has just been an incredible performance. Wang, the slow creep out, just the leg showing, not even able to land a shot because he is on a glass cannon, mind you. This A hit. This time around, Dinka, they're not wasting any time trying to take banana control, and that means it's going to be a much more... well, way more players waiting for them towards A. So maybe getting a little too overconfident. Our Checkmate as Kaz, position known, he's able to find Sakai. It's all in Techno 4K, and he's got to live up to his name. Unfortunately, forget a 4K, he doesn't get a single K. 14 to 13 after gaming they find one round in this desert of, well, just getting destroyed. And Checkmate maybe getting a little ahead of themselves there, Dinko. They didn't go for what's been working out for them all this while. Get that banana control and head towards A with their only 3 players. Instead, they go for the contact play, and great work from Sakai there in the pit, getting 2 kills. And then, well, by then it was a little too late for this.
Well, it's not going to be a smooth ride for them in these last couple. We'll see if After Gaming can start to grab a few more together. Can they tie things up? Can they break the hearts of Checkmate and take themselves a win here on Inferno? It's a good start from Kaz's nade. The follow-up comes in from the CT side, but it's not going to result in much. It does drop Kaz down to 62. Minute 30 seconds left. Rotation coming over to the B-bomb side. They know there's a hole here in the defense, but Checkmate, they're still charging this way, blood. They're still walking as a unit. No one over towards A. They've got a forward. Oh, they've got a chance here to win it. Wang, he's got the pressure on towards CT, but he hasn't been able to take a single kill. So it now falls onto Oi. He only manages one. And Wang smoked. Oh, but he doesn't care. Right through the smoke. Taking down Techno 4K. And now a 3v3. Bomb goes down. They'll be looking for this retake. After need to pick this up. If they lose this round, if they concede this round, it's going to be 15 map point against them on their own map pick. And Checkmate, they're forcing After to the brink. They'll be setting up their retake, utility at the ready, but the time is beginning to tick. Their chances of winning this round starting to fall through their fingers, and it's looking like it's done. 4 seconds to move forward and really have comfortable timing. It's not going to work out. Kaz with the headshot. It's Sakai that goes down, and Checkmate will be on map point on their opponent's map pick.
Incredible comeback from the Mongolians. This has just been some fantastic stuff, and I feel like even the final player there, I like the way they take the side, the way they just swarm all over the players. And I feel like even the final kill, was it Sakai? Sakai was blinded by his own teammates' flashes. You can see it's the nerves are just laid bare right now for After Gaming. What was Kaz thinking there? Probably not expecting another op, but for After Gaming, yeah, they're gonna keep getting these, the max loss bonus. They're gonna keep having money for the buys. It's just that the rounds aren't going their way. It's still a world where they're gonna be able to bring this one back, Dinko. They can still win 2 in a row and potentially take us to overtime.
It's not done until that fat lady decides to come out of her dressing room, take to the stage, and sing into the crowd, blood. Well, we'll see, and that'll be happening soon. It's After Gaming. Holding on. They've got that early pick thanks to the star player and star AWPer, Wang. They'll start to go through the ruins to get back to the bomb site. Marek is going to be under pressure. He's been pretty impressive. This is time to shine on the MP9. It's bingo! Big double kill. Huge play. Marek peeks out with a distraction. It's a 14th round for After Gaming. The money is still good here for Checkmate, so we're going to get a buy in the last round for both teams. This is either overtime or it's going to be the win for Checkmate. Brought it right to the line here. After Gaming, they had a perfect start in the first half. They were looking like they were going to walk away with it dominantly. Checkmate scrap together, pick up a few going into the second. They lose the piss around. It's 11-5. And then, that's when Checkmate decide to turn things around. They turn the ship around, blood. And now 15-14. It's an early kill. Marek, what are you doing?
Oh, that is not the start they were looking for, but Kaz again! Again caught out in the open by Wang. They lose a player, but they get it back, Dinko. This is not quite done yet. 4v4, 15-14. This is what we want to see. This is a Counter-Strike that we all live for.
Now a minute and 10 seconds left. After Gaming looking to hold on. They've got 2 players in this A bomb site, and Checkmate are going to turn their attentions here, looking to finish off. No one rotating from the B bomb site just yet, but now they will. Sakai, what a fantastic play he's been in the pit. He goes again, but it's Wang on a double kill. It's overtime, boys. Surely at this point, there it is. Checkmate. They pull it back, but it's not enough. It's After Gaming that will find themselves overtime. Wang, what a hero. 32-19. This guy is sick. And well, I have to say, Checkmate threw that one away. They had that opening kill in towards Banana. Kaz again gets caught in the open, and this is the deciding kill. You know, this really changes the round completely. Checkmate were in the driving seat, and then Wang just snatched it back.
Yeah, Wang, I mean, we said how he was fantastic in the first half, and then the final round to take it to overtime. Wang and his big chungos, it comes out and just completely wrecks that hit. That looked like it was done, Dinko. With the players still over towards the B bomb side, you're like, yeah, this one's done again. But Sakai and Wang, they bring it back. OT, baby! 15-15, map pick from After Gaming, a must-win game for both the teams. And usually, Dinko, it's Inferno as the decider map where we look forward to all these close games, but it's delivering even despite being the first pick.
Feels like for some reason, After Gaming have returned to the server. They were gone for so much of that second half, but they are back. And back with a vengeance. It's Wang just looking like an animal. In these last couple of rounds, he's been absolutely tearing them to shreds. Hawk goes down to 12 HP. They've already lost a player, and there goes Hawk. What a start it is from After Gaming into overtime. A 2-man advantage picked up. This could be a very long day, especially if After managed to walk away with a series blood. Then we'll have to have that 3-way tiebreaker at the end of the day, where the games will be played out in best-of-1 fashion.
Yeah, I mean, 3 best-of-3s and then followed by 3 best-of-1s. Hell yeah, let's go. More Asian Counter-Strike. You love to see it, Dinko.
You do love to see it. Asian Counter-Strike is a hell of a drug, but one that is probably like black market in comparison to like EU. Hell of a drug, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. It's Ro, it's Kaz. They're taking the kills. They've somehow recovered this round. They've lost 2 players, but they find a way back in. How? And I don't know how they've managed to do that, Blair, but they've done it nonetheless. 16-15. Checkmate will take the first round of overtime.
That's... how? That's insane. It was a 3v4. No, 3v5. I'm sorry, I take that back. It was a 3v5, and they walk into the A bomb site and slaughter everyone. Every single one without losing a single player. That is just obscene. It's not PG rated anymore, Dinko. This is like some 18+ stream right now. It's not a family show. Should be happening.
I don't think it ever has been, blood. It's just never.
I mean, with someone called Wang on the server, listen, if you're below 18 watching the stream, switch it off. Turn it off right now. You be a good boy. Go watch some Animal Crossing.
Stick around. Stick around.
I'm kidding. Stick around. It's not a family show.
Turn the sound off. That's all you need to do.
Just listen to us casting. We're very PG. Okay. Yeah.
He's already walking through Banana. He's just clearing all these close corners, seeing what's going on in Banana. He's alone, but no one playing aggressive. There is only one player over here in this B bomb site, and he's playing inside the site. It's Marek. I feel like if they just completely bombard this site right now, he would have been caught off, but rotation coming through. Here's the noise being made in Banana. He hears the utility, and that draws the 4th player back over towards B. Now we're back to a standard setup, but they're going to send another one over towards B. Just the one smoke, a little bit of noise made, and the paranoia sets in. They rotate a 3rd player. Now a chance, a window of opportunity to take this site. Wang's back over here, though. He's moved back to the A site. Got the jitters. With 35 seconds left. They're still taking the time, Checkmate. It's pretty obvious now that this is going to be the A hit. Nothing coming in towards B. The utility coming on up. And now they push through as a unit. 5 players looking to cut through the defense. Sakai's been impressive. The one-way smoke. He's on top of the bicycle, but he's going to go down. Row with the headshot. Bingo, close quarters. He's right close and personal. He's going to peek out and only find one. They only get one kill in the defense, and that's the round done. The bomb gets planted. Yeah, and it has to be the save with this 10k overtime rule set. It's 17-15. It's likely we'll see a flawless half come in from Checkmate out of the T side. And okay, the CT side has been relatively weak. We've seen that in the first half, but they've given themselves, if they win this flawlessly, the perfect opportunity. They only need 1 out of 3.
Yeah, they need just 1 out of 3, and the reason to have a save here, ladies and gentlemen, is probably because, not probably, it is because it's an RMR event.
Yeah, of course, with the Valve rule set, we get 10k overtime. It's not the 16k, which is a bit unfortunate. It's not exactly what we like to see from a competitive standpoint, because you want to see as many gun rounds as possible come out. But it's what we've got. It's what we've got to play with. And Checkmate, 17-15, 2 in the lead now. As they head into the last round of overtime number 1, half 1, they've got themselves a chance for a flawless half.
That would be, honestly, I looking at a CD side, I still feel it would be required, because the CD side was very flat. Hopefully they have kind of woken up here. Wang down to little chunk of Stinko. It's a scout, but this guy has been fantastic. 32 kills for him, although he has been well, very quiet so far in overtime.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, no one's really been able to do anything in overtime here for After Gaming. You started off well with the 2 initial kills, and after that, it's all gone downhill. Have they had 3 kills in overtime?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, 3 kills for the entire team of After coming into overtime number 1. And just to paint a worse picture for you, Blood, that those 2 kills that they got, the first 2, were 2-man advantage in the first round of overtime that they ended up losing without a single extra kill. So, yeah, this has been a rough showing in overtime from After. They've dropped off.
They've dropped off at the same time.
Yeah,
and it seemed that Checkmate have just, I don't know, just elevated. And it's nothing crazy, is it, from Checkmate? It's just that they're so good at working as a pack, like running like a pack of wolves. Kind of reminds me of this song by this Mongolian band, The Who. It's called Wolf Totem. It's so badass. This kind of reminds me of
yeah, you were telling me about this. Not The Who, Bubba O'Reilly Who.
Yeah, not the UK Who, but the more manly British. Oh, okay. I thought Blitz caught that shot. It's actually Hawk. And again, Dinko, this A bomb side. This A bomb side is just getting run over by our Mongolian overlords. That is Checkmate, and always going to come walking out. He at least finds Row, but that's information gleaned. And 2 MP9s to kind of close the distance. It's going to be hard. It's going to rely on his flashbang from Marek, and Marek's going to pop it out. He's not going to find anything, and it's all that Marek standing and delivering. But all he's going to find is 1 kill. 18-5. Checkmate make the first half of overtime absolutely flawless.
Yeah, this is a fantastic performance coming out from them. Wang, he doesn't get a single kill in the first half of overtime. Now, that is a big problem. He was the most impactful player that delivered them enough rounds or enough kills to get them over the line to get OT in the first place. When he's gone missing on the defense in overtime, that's not good at all. And so now we come into this situation, 18-15, Checkmate with 3 chances to take this over the line, 3 chances to win their opponent's map pick. And for After, it has to be flawless just to pull it back to double overtime.
Boy, running backwards into the flames. Has to be careful. Look at this aggression, Dinko, from Checkmate. This is nice. This is refreshing. We haven't seen this at all. We actually haven't seen this at all from Checkmate on their CD side. The buy rounds and a crossfire set up. They've completely left Banana. Now they notice someone nearby. That smoke's kind of a tell. Chunky nade. And a nice kill from Oi. The fadeaway nade being tossed in by Row. Row still sticking around. Not a big fan of that. The moment the smoke dissipates, he will, if he gets caught out, it could be quite painful. Flashbang comes out. He's still got to be sticking around. Dinko, he's done for. But there is Kaz, the savior for his teammate. And a Molotov, rather, to still protect him. Smoke's going to bloom. And that should be the opportunity for Row to get the hell out of Dodge. It's going to be a 4v4.
4 versus 4. And like we've highlighted many times before, Checkmate will look to close this and send us to map 2. And map pick of Dust 2. Well, it's after the final charge, or possibly into this A-bomb side. Blitz has a good lineup. A first kill. He's also got his teammate down the left side, but is he required? Blitz gets a double. Now Hawk in the pit looking for another kill. It's Bingo going down, and now it's just Wang.
Did he throw his gun away?
He threw his gun away. He just threw it away. Wang now... I can't deal with this. Wang, he runs forward with the AWP, 15 seconds, he turns behind, but he's caught between 3 players. He's got his gun back, but it's done anyway. 19-15, Checkmate will be taking map number 1. A pretty slow start from Checkmate coming into this one play, you know, going down and looking real rough. It was a 10-5 half. That even ended up being a good half in comparison to what it was looking like. So yeah, Checkmate, they're lucky to get over the line in overtime. They take their opponent's map pick. Now we head to Dust 2. We're going to bring Hawker. We're going to bring Tom in here. We're going to talk about this one. There's a lot to break down, actually, for a change. We've got a lot of Counter-Strike being played in this one.
The first question I want Tom to break down, why did he throw away his gun? Was it disrespect? Was it kind of like mind games?
I think he thought there was an AK. I think that was it. I think
That's
he thought there was an
answer.
AK.
I don't like you, Tom. That was a very
He ended up
answer.
picking it up afterwards. So there you go, player. Deep analysis.
I wanted a more easy answer, Tom, but Hawker, break this down for us, because it was looking after gaming all the way.
All the way from round 1. Okay,
we don't have enough time for that. We don't have enough time for that, unfortunately.
The first half, I do feel like after gaming, individually, we're just on fire. Where's this Wang been throughout this tournament? That's an interesting statement.
I know you've joined the broadcast, but that's a bit cheeky.
Bit cheeky, but still, just individually after was so good. And then the second half, their CT side, they just struggled so much for map control. Every round, they were losing Banana. They were playing back from the A site. They never seemed to be able to use the nades really to take control, and that was a big problem for them, because even though they were sitting back on the bomb sites, they weren't really setting up crossfires, it seemed. And part of that is credit to Checkmate for landing some unbelievable shots. But at the same time, After should have switched something up at some point. You have to go for something more aggressive. They just kind of seemed to collapse in that second half. They started sitting so passively in a bunch of the rounds. They could never get any control. And again, Checkmate made the most of it. They had some really solid executes on that T side, some great shots, some great team play. But like you were saying, Blair, it was all pretty simple stuff, just really well executed.
And Tom, like how you see banana control being lost by After Gaming with 30 seconds or 40 seconds on the clock still there, and they're forced to keep both Oi and Marek towards B, and just Checkmate just a blitzkrieg onto the A bomb side, and they did the same thing. I feel like about 80% of the rounds on the T side, and it works out every single time.
Yeah, they definitely should have switched up their setup a bit throughout this match. I think they were fairly disappointing on their CT side, and it mainly came down to Wang. Like, Wang was big throughout the match. In fact, you could say that Checkmate really struggled with Wang. But it was just one of those things where he had a great performance. Oi, for example, didn't have a particularly good one. And yeah, they basically just allowed Checkmate to dictate the pace. Like, one of the main things you have to look at as well is that the bomb went down 8 times in that second half, not including overtime, and went off 7. So they didn't manage to retake it at all. Bear in mind, that also doesn't include rounds where they ended up killing everybody. So that is 8 rounds, 7 of the times the bomb actually went off because they lost that A site and just had to save with the remaining 2 players. And they never adapted. It happened so much throughout the half that eventually it just came down to, said, Wang being huge and difficult to handle.
Yeah, he was kind of difficult to handle, was Mr. Wang. And you know what, Tom? Considering how much you love this guy, I'm sure you do want a little bit of some big Wang in your life as well. We're going to be seeing a little bit of Wang coming up because we have map number 2, which is, of course, going to be, by the way, MVP of the map was Blitz, but I feel like that was kind of like a team effort overall from the side of Checkmate.
It was Wang.
It was Wang all around.
Even though they lost.
Tom. Well,
got
you know what?
33 kills.
Well, this could potentially, ladies and gentlemen, we've lost PP Overdose because Sigma have been knocked out. And now we are potentially 1 map away from having no more Wang jokes, which would break my heart, and it might break Tom as a person. Coming up next, it is going to be Dust 2. Can Checkmate make it 2-0 and qualify, or will After take us map number 3? We're going to be finding out after this short break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second map gets underway. It's After Gaming behind, fighting for their tournament life. It was a big comeback from the Checkmate side. Overtime win coming through for them on their opponent's map pick. But we find ourselves here on the dusty, sandy map of Dust 2. And it's going to be a very important matchup now. For After, there's no more mistakes being made. Sakai looking to hold on as the attack starts to come through to the B-bomb site.
Yeah, and Kaz gonna be getting the trade. Bingo still alive on the side. Those tapping away. The blinded player is only good for one, but there is a player towards the window. The bomb's gonna be planted. There's a player right below. Wang has a lot to do. 3v3 post planting is never too easy. And look at Hawk's position. He's gonna catch off Marek on the flank, and this has gone from hard to almost impossible.
Yeah, this is not a good start coming in for the CT side, who actually ended up winning both pistol rounds. If I recall back on Inferno, they won 2 in a row. And they weren't even close, right? They won the first pistol round the T side, looking real solid. Then they won the follow-up on Inferno as well. It didn't go their way. They lost both pistol rounds. Won both pistol rounds and still lost the map. And now we find ourselves here with Checkmate getting the pistol round under their belt and immediately purchasing up into the AK on 2 players, a Lil on 2 and a Mac-10 out for Hawk. Over here for After, they've gone for the investment. It'll be the Deagles. It'll be the Scout and play. 4 Deagles and a Scout. Chinese team, let's see.
Magical 4 Deags. They did win one earlier today in Inferno, Dinko. So, you know, the Deagles can be a problem. I'm sure Checkmate are going to be very, very aware of that as well. Mac-10 in the hands of Hawk. He's going to be the one on an excursion, trying to find something. Timing is everything, and Bingo's going to find him. That's 1 Deag to get a kill. 4 more to find for After.
Well, first kill is in, and Ro, I kind of feel worried for him in this spot. I think, oh no, the flashbang. Oh, it's good. Ro's fully blinded. He was completely wrecked by that. He does eventually go down. Oh no, oh,
here we go.
It's 2 AK-47s in play to try and recover this. And well, it's one from Kaz, but Bingo, he's going to find a good lineup, but Techno takes his head right off his shoulders. And this round, it could be recovered, but Wang is holding the cross. He misses the shot. The smoke cascades his vision, and now Kaz, well, he needs this kill. He won't get it, so it's on to the young gun of Techno. Can he make it work here? 1v2 in total. He spots the first. It's Wine getting tagged down low, both on 19 HP now, as Techno will look to try and win the round for his side. A round that should have been theirs with ease, but one that has come down to the final moments. Techno, aware of the possibility of the tunnel play, but as the door is pushing forward, that'll be the first victim. Oh, the second out as well, and Techno doesn't flinch. 11 HP, but 2 kills there for him, and an overall fantastic round from the young gun. 2-0 up. Checkmate needed that.
He's broken the curse, Dinko. All it took was a 16-year-old stand-in to break the curse of the 4 Deags. That looked like it was done, but Techno, just so much awareness, so much clutch ability for someone so young, Dinko. Look at him. Look at his picture. He's less than half my age. I don't think that's a good thing for me. But anyway, he's almost your age, though, Dinko. Were you this good when you were 16?
I was never this good. But
no matter how young or old you were.
Yeah.
USPs all around for After Gaming. Set the flashbang to just pop out towards short. They're not going to find anyone, and it is going to be Blitz. He's good for 1, but that's okay. The cavalry has arrived, Dinko, and the SMGs is going to farm up the cash. Marek's going to be left one. He could find one, maybe, maybe not, maybe. Yes, no, yes. Ooh, almost finds one, but Ro steals it away. He just had a P250 that round. And it's going to be just the 1 player loss, just the 1 Mac-10 loss for Checkmate. A much better anti-eco from them. And now the big gun's going to be coming out. Wang once more with his massive zoom banger. A lot of utility as well. Marek, unfortunately, just has an M4, no head armor. Most of the players don't have any head armor, which could be a problem considering Hawk is still wielding the Mac-10.
Only going to start walking forward. Through the smoke they go. The charge out into the bomb site. Sakai is going to go down. Blitz finding a double kill on the AK-47s. And well, it's Wang, Marek, and Oi. Now we're into a 3 versus 5. All planted. saving the day. Over here, it's after gaming, not getting anything done. And that's what happens when you lose that B-bomb site so quickly, so convincingly, without a single kill from your Ankus. You're going to lose the site, you're going to lose the round. Retaking a 3v5 like this, especially when your money is at breaking point, you can't go for that. It's not a good idea. So 4-0 up for Checkmate. Fantastic start into Dust 2. This is that map pick.
This is their map pick, 4-0 up. And again, just reminding everyone that map number 1 was after gaming leading 8-1 until Checkmate took it in overtime. Flashbang, not good. Wang misses a bit of a sitter there, but looks like he will be able to hold on to his weapons. But again, a flawless round coming out from Checkmate, and even the Macton getting upgraded to an M4 Dinko. After gaming, the battling for survival, the battling for life, trying to stay alive in this tournament. Even if they win the series, it's not a guarantee. They still have to play 2 best-of-1s at the end of the day to qualify, Dinko. So it's everything on the line for this team. For Checkmate, though, they want to make this clean and easy. They want to make it a 2-0, close it out. Take a, well-deserved little bit of a break for the remainder of the day, then prep for the playoffs, because they will be qualifying alongside Bren. They will be qualifying alongside the Big Four as well. No, I'm not talking about Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, and of course Slayer. I'm talking more about Tyloo, Victus, Vici, and Taiga. I don't think anyone got that reference, which makes me sad. Double Molotov. Oh, that's going to push it out. That's a lovely stop, but Wang's going to do good work. Finds Hawk, finds another one onto Row. 3rd kill for Wang. He's putting in all the work, but Techno's going to reply back, and now it is a 2v3. Techno peers up with the op. He spots another player out. He doesn't get the tag. He's down to 21 HP. Bomb will be planted, and now it's a 2v3 and a failed Molotov as well. This is hectic, Dinko.
Yeah, this really is, but you can tell Techno's just in the game right now. This is one of those Techno performances. He's zoned in. He's going to be taking a few players down, but this round is going to be very difficult to get anything done. And while he's going to be spotted, the body blocking his vision, and Sakai with a quick headshot. It's on to Kaz. They are taking the time. They're giving him a chance. He's going to walk forward with the first, nearly the second, but he can't find it in time. It's going to be around for after finally getting something onto the board play. It's been a long time coming, but they compete. You get it? And, well, now moving forward, there's going to be a lot of money in the bank for a Checkmate, so they won't be worried about buying into this one. After gaming, they'll have to try and replicate their previous success.
Wang, once again being the hero there, he had a very, very tepid start to this map. But then a massive 3k from him. If he didn't get all 3 kills there, that round I feel could have definitely gone the way of Checkmate. It just, the spacing is always so good. They just work like a pack, hunting their prey down. And well, first round on board for After. Should still be careful. They had just 2 players survive. Money's still in a kind of a picklish position for the Chinese side. And for Checkmate, I have everything to work with. No AWP for Kaz. It's going to be just rifles all around. And this time around, Dinko, they're opting to head towards short. 4 players gathered up. They're going to have Row on the slow, late flank. Oi, looking to be a little aggressive. I like that smoke from Oi to keep them at bay, but 2 players going to drop on that. He's going to find 1 kill. Can he find a second? Sprays blindly through the smoke. Doesn't find anyone. Wang's going to be caught out, but Marek with a double kill, bringing it back for his team. And Oi's aware there's another player towards short, but the flank from long, Row's going to find Marek, and now it is a 2v3. They've lost control of the A bomb side, though. This is going to be problematic. The player on that A side, he's got to do a lot of work, but what a flick from Rue! He just decapitates Bingo, spots out a second player as well, and Sakai's left alone. It's a 1v2. Row with a magical play. They know exactly where Sakai is as well. The bomb is going to be planted for long. Row with the op peering down CD spawn, aware that Sakai's not going to be heading from that direction. He's going to immediately reposition towards long, and Sakai, good night, sweet prince. That's what I thought it would be, but he still manages to land the shots. Row and 2 HP, makes his escape, and it's all on Sakai, Dinko.
Well, Sakai stuck out long. He was the hero of a couple of rounds back on Inferno, but now he needs to do it again. He'll start to come in from the long side. The bomb is ticking in the middle of the side itself, and it is planted behind the boxes, so he can just go and stick it. They run over the top of him now, and Hawk will find the headshot. It was always going to be difficult with the players sprinting him down from CT, and well, the pressure was really on. 5-1. I said that the difficult part wasn't winning the previous round for After Gaming. The difficult part is finding the follow-up round and turning that into consistent success, and that is just something they have not been able to do. And Checkmate now 5-1 up on Dust 2, looking quite comfortable at the beginning of this at least.
What a round from Row. Like, he's one player we don't really look to when it comes to, well, you know, being the player to have these moments, but a time to come alive as Marek. Nice shots. Good damage. Decent damage. Techno, 20 HP. It's a 2v3. Bingo and Sakai with the Deagles. They have Kevlar as well to work with. Bingo with a kit. Unfortunately, no utility. And Checkmate slowed things down again. They have a player inside a pit. That is Kaz. Molotov towards the car position. Now they know there's no one there. And Bingo, Sakai, are they going to go for the gamble play? Are they going to go for the peak? That's the question, Denko. Or are they just going to be holding this angle?
Slowing this one right down. They don't want to be caught off by any of these Deagles now on a 2v3. We know it's very possible to count through. We know these players are good individuals on the hand cannons. And while Bingo's going to start walking forward with his Deagle, he's got a chance, and there's the bomb gone. Finally, the peak from Kaz. A little bit delayed there, but Techno comes out as well. They're going to find the round win. And the 6-1 up now for Checkmate. Quite expensive there, to be honest, but they get the round nonetheless. And now after gaming, I'm going to be purchasing up. They get the AWP out for Wang and forwards for the rest. And this has to be a round win for after gaming. Otherwise, Checkmate are going to run away with quite a convincing start to this game. I don't want to say, you know, not could be looking convinced the whole way through, because we did see after gaming have a very clean start, winning, was it 8 rounds to 1, maybe a little bit more than that. And it all completely crumbled in front of them, so it's never over. It's never over.
It's never over against this team. Checkmate. They have been so very impressive. These Mongolians. I don't know how many teams there are in Mongolia. Oh, the aggression though from towards Long and Blitz. The timing is perfect. He finds one. Marek at least able to trade back. And look at the speed now from the players charging out towards Long, but Wang's there and is just going to lay the smackdown on Kaz. 3v4 now, and a flashbang is good. Wang's going to be forced out of his position, but it's got Marek as well to back him up.
It does, and Wang, he's going to be sitting back at Long, just looking for these picks. It's Techno taking down Bingo. A good kill coming through from him. Bingo just gives it away. And now Techno dropping for another, but he's not going to be able to pick it up. It's a 2v2, low HP on Sakai, and then we will have to pull off an excellent retake, and that is going to be difficult, especially now that Sakai has gone down. Oro was already engaged in a battle against Marek, one that he will come out on top of. 7-1 now. Checkmate, they are in the driver's seat. And after gaming, yet another buy round not going their way. The problems, the woes, they all continue. And Checkmate, well, they're looking solid on their map pick to start things off.
Techno's a madman.
he is. Like, he's very confident. That's why I said at the start of this, you could kind of just see by the way he's approaching some of these rounds early on that he's having one of these games where he's just feeling it, right? And that's a little bit worrying because we know how good he is.
Oh yeah. I mean, he is phenomenal. He's like a... Okay, Ronan, who's 17 years of age as well, from Huatsai, he's got better aim. You can't deny that, right? I think Ronan's aim is fantastic. But Techno's almost there, but more impressively, he's playing... He's like kind of like a more aggressive... Robs. Now that's very high praise. That's extremely high praise. He's nowhere to the level of Robs, but the way he's approaching the game, right? He's confident. He doesn't make too many mistakes, and when he needs to go for plays, he goes to the right place. It's not about just pushing in through the smoke and trying to go for something too crazy. It's always like the right decisions being made for a 16-year-old who we've never seen. And there we go. Techno, also known as a 30-degree window. Well, he doesn't opt too much, so it's fine. It's fine. I like that. A little bit Draken reference.
Yep. Obviously away to Valorant now, so let's see if he misses shots over there.
Is he good at Valorant? I actually don't know.
He's pretty good, yeah. I think he's pretty solid. I think he's playing for Bonk right now, so I've seen some good individual moments from him. I think a lot of the CS players can just transition the basic skills over, right? It's so that's why you see a lot of them just heading on over. But I think after a few months, we'll get to see whether or not they'll actually be able to stay near the top.
This guy, okay. I think the player's name is Kane. So For those of you not aware what happened with this team, with Checkmate, when they qualify for PAL 2020 for the fall edition, this tournament which we're watching right now, their fifth player, Kane, Kayne, in celebration, he banged the table or something and he broke his hand. So they had to get Techno as a stand-in. What a stand-in, Dinko. Kind of feel like deep down inside the rest of Checkmate, they're like, Kane, yeah, like, thanks for helping us qualify.
We
we like you.
But, your liability, we
But
can't
guys,
have you breaking your hand.
guys, my hand's fine now. My hands are working. Yeah, about that.
Boom! Hammers them in.
Jesus. Imagine him break his hand again. That's just... Oh.
We want Techno. Thing is, kid, we're keeping Techno. Well, he's got 11 kills. He's off to a flying start. The rest of the team, it's a good performance across the board. This would be an average start for the team. A good average as well. 7 kills for Row, 6 for Kaz and Blitz, 5 for Hawk. But Techno has been the most impactful. You have to remember back to that second round when they won the pistol. Coming into the second, it was almost looking like it was locked in for after, and then Techno stands up tall with a big clutch. So that's an important round to remember. And that's the impact that he's had so far for Checkmate, and hopefully we won't be waiting too much longer. There's a TeamSpeak issue currently on the server. I'm assuming it will be After Gaming who have the problem because they haven't purchased anything yet.
That is true, and I don't really see them purchasing anything apart from the
Maybe
Deagles.
a couple of Deagles, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
They're starting to purchase up now. A little bit of Kevlar, a little bit of Deagle action. So Checkmate, they should be looking at 8 rounds. They should be looking at the lead going into the second half, but we did see that come through from After Gaming, and then that's when the comeback began by Checkmate, right? They started to pull back a few rounds, ended up being a 10-5 half for After. So Checkmate will be looking to try and get an even more convincing half than 10-5 if possible.
The crazy thing so far has been the opening kill, Stinko. It's actually 5 opening kills for After, and only 3 for the side of Checkmate. Checkmate are so good in converting these, 3v5s or like 4v5 scenarios. How so many rounds they've lost their opening duel, and yet they're able to bring it back, which is so impressive. And Hawk has actually kind of been a culprit, right? He's been a part of 3 duels, and he's lost all 3 of them. Blitz, on the other hand, has been part of 4 opening duels, and he's won 3 of them. But yeah, after struggling when it comes to kind of capitalizing on having the man advantage.
Yeah, it's been rough, and they've even lost a player now. So that's a bit unfortunate. So we're going to have a little bit of a tech problem. We're going to try and get that sorted as quickly as possible. I was lying back in my new chair, reclining there, just enjoying the tech pause. But it's time for a short break. I can do some more of that while we wait for the players to get back onto the server. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. So we'll see you on the other side of this break.
And we are back. It looks like the TeamSpeak, VPN, internet, PC, keyboard issues, whatever it was, Dinko.
It is all fixed, Blair. That's all that matters. And well,
yeah,
7-1 up. What a start it's been for Checkmate. They're one map up already in the series, and now they're 7-1 up in their own map pick. Marik's gonna try and change the turn of the tides here for After. He's gonna get off to a brilliant start. One on the Deagle, but he'll go down to Blitz.
They have just 3 Deagles, I think, so I don't know. The curse, I mean, Techno did kind of avert the curse in round number 2, so it looks like if there's one team who can do it, it's the Mongolians, Dinko. They seem to don't give a damn how many Deagles there are, 1, 2, 3, or 5. They're going to be winning these rounds here. They come creeping up towards A. Smokes with a cross. There is a player playing towards Cat, one towards short, and one on the site. Unfortunately, the one on the site is Wang with just the USP, but Oi, they're gonna keep walking up, slowly walking up, presenting an easy target for Oi. At least Wang will be neutralized, but Oi still rattling off bullets, Dinko. And these Deagles are dealing quite a bit of damage.
Yes, they are now 2v3. A man advantage in play for the Pistols. Can they get it done here? Techno nearly getting caught out as well. Luckily, he's still alive. Blitz has taken down 2, and Techno finds the last. I love how we have to really get excited about that one because it was just Pistols for After, and they actually had the man advantage in the last couple of seconds. So, not exactly the best round for Checkmate, but nonetheless, coming out of the pause, that's the best they can hope for. They get the round under their belt. It one up. After gaming, they're going to come in swinging with a double op setup. It's Wang swinging his big green, and while Marik as well has the op in his hands.
We're going for the duel towards mid. There is Techno. No AWPs yet for the side of Checkmate. And why would they? I mean, they're winning with the AKs right now, Dinko. Maybe if they find an op, if they pick up an op from either Wang or Marik, maybe they'll try to put in the hands of Kaz. But Kaz seems like the sort of player, sort of oppo who prefers being more of a defensive sniper. And why not? He's been pretty good with it. Marik doing a good job avoiding the flashbang, throws a flashbang of his own. And, oh, the timing was perfect from Bingo, but Hawk. Eyes of a Hawk. That was a little unfortunate from Techno. Really shouldn't have done that. Wang takes the shot, misses it, and he's going to be forced out of his position. Now that A bomb site is in a little bit of a tricky spot, Wang's going to reposition towards the ramp for that A bomb site. They have Oi playing towards long, and it is now 4v4. Checkmate have options. Minute on the clock. They're going to be creeping towards short. 3 players make that all 4 coming in. And Dinko, it's time for Wang to show what he can do here.
Gotta beat them down here. 44 seconds. Blitz is coming through the CT smoke. Now, they need to be careful because he is not going to be a player that they expect to be there. Well, Wang is under pressure. He steps up with the first kill. That's the bomb down. Oh, he nearly gets the second, but it's Hawk quick on the trigger. The headshot delivered, and now Oi. He has been quiet. He's off towards long in the pit. And I talked about it, Blair. 2 series in a row, Blair. Oi was playing well. What? Blitz should have been the insurance policy to win this round. Marik is killing everybody. Now it's just Kaz left alone. He has to win a 1v3. They're going to peek for him from CT. Long coming out as well. Oh, he can't win this round. Blitz, he should have been the winner of the round there. He should have been the insurance policy. But Marik just stepping up with some incredible kills. 3 picked up for him. He started that round with an AWP as well, and then he switched out to an AK, and then got another 2, I believe. So, yeah, that's a good round coming in from Marik.
Why did he drop down in the 2v3?
No, he walked through the mid doors and through the smoke. He was in a good position.
No. Like the T over here. So there's one with T alive on top. I think it was Kaz or Hawk. Hawk. He drops down.
Oh. Idiot.
Why?
I mean, he's just going to try and take that shit off fight, but there's a lot of risk behind that, and obviously...
Yeah, there's like 2 people there, Hawk. That's information convey. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, well, let's see if his team can answer back. It's going to be Bingo getting the trade out to Blitz, but Wang Ho, he gets nothing done again. Hawk again, a double kill. Taking down the AWPer. Wang has not been able to do anything against that rifle. 2 rounds in a row now. Sakai and Bingo left alone in a 2v4. And this is the problem I have with After. They can't string rounds together one after another. It seems like it's done here, but Sakai is going to charge forward. Whoa, that could have been it. That could have been the lineup of a few, but He's not going to get it done. What a round from Hawk. He makes up for his previous mistake. Is he forgiven in the eyes of Blur?
Fine, 9-2. Fine, I'll forgive you. Techno, they're showing a little bit of his immaturity there, right? So, okay, let's break this down, right? Hawk has done a fantastic job. It's a 4v2, correct, Inko? Bombs down. What does Techno do? He uses a smoke. It's kind of like a mini one-way, but I'm like, yeah, you have a headshot angle. You can only see the head, while the player coming up cat can see your entire body. Is it worth it? Is it worth taking that fight? Instead of waiting behind the smoke, forcing the CT to push in through the smoke, and guaranteeing the round, right? It could have been a 4 player staying alive. Instead, you lose a couple of guns. Yes, it doesn't really make too much of a difference because they win the next round very convincingly, but these are the small things, and which is why top-tier teams, like you go back to Astralis when they were looking just unbeatable, that the greatest reign of any Counter-Strike team I've ever seen in the past 20 years of professional CS. And the one thing that they were so good at was not giving any opportunities for their opponent to get back into a round, into a fight, or for that matter, into a map or a game. That is something a lot of teams struggle with even now. And honestly, I'm not too surprised that someone as young as Techno would be making these mistakes. But if you can fix that, that tendency, that bloodlust, you could be a much better team and a much better player. And look at this play. Someone's in the smoke. It's a Wraith, and his name is Bingo. He does get reply back.
Name that.
I know. It's a Wraith, and his name is Bingo. Doesn't really click.
No, it really doesn't. Well, Kaz, he is now left alone. 1v3. This back and forth now starting to be established. It is quite interesting. I think obviously already it's enough to be comfortable if you're Checkmate, but you still want to get a little bit more. You know, you want to just squeeze every last drop that you can get out of this half. And well, it's 10-3. It's after gaming finding another round win. That's a good round from Bingo, but the bigger play is actually behind that, right? You get Bingo taking the initial attention and taking that one kill down, but it's the flank from Oi that comes in here that really lights up the scoreboard, and that's a big play from him. It was chaotic. It was not beautiful. I have to say, it was a pretty messy round, but nonetheless, it does go in favor of After Gaming, and they could be relatively happy with this.
Yeah, but if I'm Checkmate, I'm not lifting my foot off the gas pedal, right?
No, not at all, yeah.
I'm looking to make this a 12-3 scoreline, and I like the attempt from Wang, but a good flashbang from Checkmate to neutralize a possible opening pick. Again, after I've been getting a lot of these opening kills, Dinko, just not being able to convert.
Yeah, they have been able. That's been a problem across the series, right? You were talking about it a while ago. The fact that they are able to get these opening kills, but turning them into round wins has been impossible. And well, Oi is going to get one. It's Blitz going down. Techno replying, but it's Wang. He's been off. He's 5-11. Yep. He's actually lost more duels in this A bomb site than he's won by a substantial margin. But Marek, he's been fantastic, and he finds a double, looking the wrong way. A third kill for Marek. How have they let that happen?
That's a mistake. If you're going to be setting up for the short play, your B tons player, he has to be lower. That's a miscommunication. And even though Kaz is going to find an empty bomb site, doesn't matter. Bombs drop, and he is going to be done for here.
That's terrible. That's just really bad, and that just kind of explains, you know. Okay, this team, we know how good they are. We know how good they can be. But they're not perfect, right? They're a team that definitely make a lot of mistakes. There's a reason that they have lost some games against some of the weaker teams in this tournament. There's a reason we didn't see them the last time around. And it's rounds like that. I mean, they shouldn't be in a situation where they can be flanked through middle or just shut down while setting up for an execute. That just should never be a thing. And Kaz, well, he's just sitting in tunnels. Like, what is his purpose in that round? If you're just holding off the B push, can you not do that from lower? If you're in lower tunnel, you can hold the B push and the mid door push, cover off your teammates. It just makes zero sense to me as to why you would even think it's a good decision to stay in the tunnels.
I feel that it could go both ways. Obviously, we're not privy to their comms, right?
Maybe the fake executing.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree that he should have been holding towards lower tunnels, but it could even be a case where he's holding lower tunnels and looking towards upper tunnels, and this play could have still taken place. Either there was a comms failure from his three teammates saying, hey, we're going to go in for an execute here, can you come down lower dock just to cover us off? Or it could be, like you said, you know, just a massive misplay where he's like, oh yeah, the mid was clear, I'm just going to keep holding UT. which is unlikely. But you know what? That's going to allow an opportunity here for After to try and make their way through it. Blitz is just blitzing through long. It's all a ruse, Dinko. The B bomb site's empty, and Techno's on the float. He's lurking around. There's a player right above him. But doesn't really matter, does it? He's getting surrounded, Dinko, but the bomb's down. It's the final round. Techno, they're trying to bait him out. Marek gets the bait, but it trades a little too late. He will fall. It's a 3v3. They have a smoke as well. They have flashbangs, do the tease. What is that, Flashcast? What are you doing? It's no longer the old doors. This one's done, Dinko.
Yeah, this is complete done. They're going to toss the utility in, looking for this quick retake, but they would almost have to immediately find every single kill, and, well, they get one, but it's Kaz. Oh, that's nice. Double kill coming in from him. Wang getting 2 kills in the round. He's going to tap the bomb, but all he can do is die. 11-4. Checkmate. They're going to be picking themselves up a very convincing half out of the T side of Dust 2. 11-4, you know, unless after win the pistol and the following rounds, including the first gun round, then I feel like I'm comfortable enough to say this should be enough from Checkmate. I think that they're not a team based on what we've seen so far, even on Dust 2, that will be losing too many rounds in a row now. I think after gaming, they've shown us nothing to believe that they're able to go on a consistent run and a string of rounds. They've had so many opportunities throughout this first half, and they've just always lost the following up round, right? So that's my problem. There's just not ever going to be consistency or momentum there for After. So we'll see if they go in a pistol round. They won both on Inferno and lost. They lost one here in Dust 2. We'll see if they lose both.
That's very, very aggressive from the CTs, and they're going to find just one. And with that, we should be seeing a very fast play taking place here from After towards an A bomb site, and that's indeed going to be the case. The problem is only one player's there towards Long Dink. It's Rowe. Now, there is a flank coming in as well, and he is going to spot him out. That's an important duel to win. With Wang getting neutralized, things are going to get a little tricky. Marek, good for one, but Hawk's going to reply by tapping away fast taps. It's all in bingo. 1v3. He doesn't even have time to get the bomb down. He's going to tuck his head. Player spots him out. He takes a duel, and he is going to get run down by Kaz. 12-4. Checkmate. They take the pistol round of the second half.
Well, both pistols won now, Blair, and the difference is they're capitalizing on those opportunities. They're not throwing anything away. And so now they are in a brilliant position to try and confirm themselves that playoff spot and to eliminate After Gaming and, you know, make it so that we don't have to do those 3 extra games at the end of the day, which would have been the tiebreaker. Because those games would have been the 3-way tie in the mid-table.
I'm sad. I wanted to do those games, Dinko.
Yeah?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, those best of ones, you know, everyone loves a bit of best of one action. While Rowe... Oh my god, that's filthy from Rowe. He had a scout coming into that Blair, but the USP is obviously enough to do some damage as well.
Well, it was an eco, though, so that is the one saving grace for After Gaming. Let's take a look at that. That was impressive, okay? That's a headshot. One guy was low. The rest of them at full health. He was getting dinked down. The Glocks were dealing damage. Look at that. Dink after dink. But because he's got the helmet, Dinko, he doesn't face the aim punch. And it's going to be the buy coming in for After Gaming. Bit of a bonus round for the CTs. Aggression towards Long, and Rowe doesn't find a single one. He does so much damage. And Hawk with the M4. I think they know where he is.
Well, Hawk is getting spammed, the Molotov. I think they're pretty sure of where he's playing from right now. This is unbelievable that he's still alive, but I think he might die very shortly here, Blair. He's going to go for the fight. Finally, finally, he is dealt with. It took a long time. Techno falls as well. This is a bad round coming in from Checkmate. They're not going to get anything done at all, not a single kill. That's a bit of a strange one, but... I mean, in this next one, I just want to see pistols. I don't want to see a force buy here from Checkmate. You've got so many rounds to play with, I know, but I'd rather you just go with the pistols. Well, Blair, you know, sometimes you can't always get what you want.
I never get what I want.
Oh, well. Never. Now, that's unfortunate, Blair.
I know.
Someday you'll get what you want, Blair.
I don't think I'm so depressed all the time. Well, here we go. Long hit. They're in the flames. And falls. Okay. A lot of damage being dealt back and forth.
Oh
They're
my
trying
God,
to
what are you guys
retrieve the
doing?
gun. They're still pushing in. Wang replies
One,
back.
five,
and
one.
Rowe finds one. M4 spray through the smoke. They still know Bingo's around, and Bingo's got to take this duel. He's got to win it. The spray is messy. It's too late as Kaz with the 1 AWP. What is that round?
Why have you decided to just run out long and just one by one? They don't even stop. They just continue to send players out one by one, running into their deaths. Blair, doesn't make sense. After gaming, they have returned. They have returned to the server. It looked good for the first half of Inferno, but from that point onwards, they're back. The after gaming we know and don't love is here. And it's a bit unfortunate.
That was a 4v4 fight at long, by the way.
That was ridiculously disgusting. But it is going to be Checkmate who put us closer to ending this. And after gaming, well, they're going to be picked off early on. It's Oi who goes down. Kaz on the AWP, picking him up and making it look solid here. And he's looking for a 15th round. A man advantage in play for Checkmate. This would be the end of After's Road. I think it's probably already confirmed, written in the stars, but it's not finalized. As Kaz holds from the window. They've got one kill back here. Blair follow-up as well. Now they're charging into B.
Bit of a jinx trying to be attempted by Mr. Dinko, and it is going to be Kaz missing a lot of shots, and he gets taken down. It is all on Techno 4K, and they all fall like the stumps in a cricket match.
This is
all
ridiculous.
3 dead. Well,
like,
you were saying something, Dinko. You're saying this is over.
Yeah, no, I think it is. Blair. I mean, it's 14-6. That was one round from after. They just lost the previous round to, a couple of pistols, a little bit of
What's
investment.
Blitz doing? What is Blitz doing?
Yeah, this is Checkmate thinking it's over. And it's not, guys. You need to get these last couple of rounds. You need to focus up and stop pushing stuff. You just gotta keep the focus up and get this done. Pistols out, a little bit of Kevlar being invested, but they need to focus up. And Checkmate, I'm glad they call a tactical pause because they're getting ahead of themselves. And they've gone for a force. Get me out. I mean, it can work. It can work.
I guess if there's a time for you to go for these risky buys and plays, I guess it'd be best to go in a 14-6 up, right?
Yep, I mean, I suppose that is what you can look at it. I'm of the opinion, maybe I'm being
You're old school.
Yeah, maybe I'm being old school in terms of how you approach this is you want to close it with the most convincing scoreline. You're giving yourself unnecessary risk right now to going ahead and buying.
I guess
the
it would have been a
deal.
double eco anyway, so I can kind of see why.
I said, did we not see players of 3K in the bank?
Yeah, but
Yeah, true. I guess, yeah. Okay.
Which was Kaz with the FAMAS, mind you. So
Techno would have had just over 2K.
Yeah, 700 plus 300 is $1,000, and he's got the Kevlar, which is 650, so 1650, exactly how much he had, which is weird. You usually have $50 remaining unless you bought an op or a decoy. Anyway, 16 to 14, forced by Dinko. Anything could happen.
Let's see. Eagle in hand for Blitz. He's down in towards short. Sakai starting to run forward with the AK at the front. Blitz, look at it. Oh, that's Row. Okay, I thought that was Blitz. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that would have been. But it's working out anyway. Never question a force buy for Checkmate because it works out every time, apparently. It's just Wang and he goes down 15-6. Checkmate, one away from victory. They've just picked up all the weapons across the floor. It's the spoils of war. And now 15-6. It's possibly the last round in Power 4 for After Gaming. And mixed coming into this event. They've steadily got better, but I think in the long run, I don't know what they can hope to do, Blair. It is a bit unfortunate to say because they have got the pieces, a couple of them, but as a whole, this team just made too many mistakes.
Yeah, and I feel like of all the pieces, the most important piece was Wang, but I feel like he blew his entire load in Inferno. There's nothing remaining in the... Oh, okay, that was
okay.
Row. That was Row.
That was twice now.
Okay, that was quick.
That was still 6 though.
At least it was quick, Dinko.
He confused me twice in a row then, 2 rounds in a row. But yeah, there we go. After Gaming are out of the tournament. Checkmate prevent the 3-way tie. Everything is right in the world. They take the 2-0 and Checkmate are not going to be making playoffs. Or should I say After Gaming not going to be making playoffs. Tom, I'm sure you're happy about that or sad, depending on whether or not you're going to see Sakai
I'm only going to let
play.
Tom... I'm only going to let Tom speak right now because Tom, last chance for some Wang jokes. Go for it.
Well, Blair, they tried to hold on to the match as long as possible, just like Dinko and his Wang in the morning. But unfortunately, it is not quite enough. And you know what? Goodbye. Bye, Sakai. I hope it's a long time before I have to watch any of your matches ever again. It's been an absolute pleasure, as it has been watching Wang. And yeah, thank you very much, Checkmate.
And it's over. No more Wang jokes.
I love you.
No more Wang jokes. I'm so happy.
Techno 4K, fantastic. Beautiful. Let's go.
No PP overdose jokes, no Wang jokes. They're all out of here. Maybe
it's
I
all
can
over.
Actually enjoy myself on the broadcast again, Blair. Maybe.
You've been enjoying yourself a bit too much, haven't you?
I hope you get out of here. I'm glad this is your last day.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, after gaming, they were entertaining, right? They had their moments. Wang was definitely a fun guy to watch, but unfortunately, yeah, it all comes to an end. It all comes to an end, as all good
loves
things
watching
do.
Wang.
We all like Wang, Tom. I don't know why Tom, Mitch especially. He's a big fan. But there you go. Checkmate have guaranteed that they will be moving on into the playoffs. And Hawker, what a story it's been for these guys. I won't lie. People call me the Asian expert. I haven't heard of these guys till 2 or 3 weeks ago. I knew a couple of the players. That's about it. But they have been so darn good.
Yeah, they've been really surprising in this tournament, especially these T sides that they're running. They're all somewhat basic, right? Somewhat standard. They're not doing anything crazy, but just sticking together and having that solid trading is all they've needed throughout this tournament. On this T side, they've been exceptional. You saw in this game, it was their T side that carried them through really both maps. Just sticking together and staying strong has been enough for them to swarm these bomb sites. And it's really cool to see that working for them. I think there are more of these teams at this level that should probably be trying to go for this more basic game plan, because they've got the aimers, and this can clearly work for you if you've got some good aimers on your team.
Indeed, it could. And one person who did step up a little bit more than everyone else was Ro. I do believe he will be the MVP for Checkmate. 20 kills.
A lot of those are eco kills, though.
No, you can't forget that 2v4.
Oh, that's true. That was a big one. But in the last round, I mean, they're just running out long, Like this,
we take those.
This team, this Checkmate team were given so many rounds. I have to say on Dust through where they just were fed kills. I don't know if they give up in their own heads, but there was, I think, 3 rounds where they just ran out A long, just one by one through the smoke and just did nothing.
We don't have to really talk about that anymore, Dinka. This one's done. App is done. Let's take a look at the group standings, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe it is updated, and now we know, with one more game remaining in the day to decide who's going to be the top seed, they've made it. Checkmate and Bren have qualified. If Bren are watching this game right now, they are just going to be so happy. And unfortunately, who would have thought? I mean, I would have agreed that after gaming, Sigma and Huatsai would have probably been eliminated. Huatsai just getting 1 win, after gaming Sigma just getting 3. But beyond getting knocked out in the group
from
stages.
The beginning.
Shut up, Tom. They have just been absolutely terrible. It's heartbreaking, it's disappointing, but they brought it upon themselves. Bren have made it, though, Dinko. That's been quite impressive. We have Checkmate coming in the 5th place. So 5th and 6th are Checkmate and Bren, right? Kind of the bottom seeded. The next game coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be between the 1st seeded team, Tyloo, who have already tasted defeat at the hands of Invictus, versus the 4th seeded team that is going to be Tiger, the Mongolian powerhouse. The final game of the group stage of PAL 2020 Fall, and that one is coming up after a little bit of a longer break. Stay tuned.
Coming up next.